talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Commercial vehicles that go the distance for your business. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
24 in charge. 3 weeks ago, Slaven Bilic spoke to White and Jordan about the owner, David Sullivan.
You speak to him on a weekly basis. He likes to give you time and give you confidence and give you credit. But nowadays, everywhere, and especially West Ham, it's very difficult to stay calm.
We'll keep you right up to date with all the developments. Elsewhere, Diego Simeone regrets his red card reaction towards Liverpool fans after Van Dijk's late winner. But what really happened? These fans were at Anfield. One told White and Jordan things got heated when an Atleti staff member got angry with some kids who were filming him.
As soon as that happened, Simeone, of course, he loves the fracas.
Right.
He piles in.
Right.
Then it all kicked off.
And the gestures that we were giving him, he didn't like as well. So that's when he tried to square up to a fan.
Well, now a Madrid staff member's been accused of spitting at a Liverpool fan. Simeone claims he was abused. Simon Jordan says, yeah, the manager could have been better behaved, but doesn't believe what was said to him should be protected.
If someone, whoever it is in the Liverpool crowd, made racist comments, he can't tell you who the individual is, but he can tell you the content of it, can't he?
Yeah.
And then people can be looked at and made accountable by Liverpool and their closed-circuit TV and all whatever they may have to do.
More on this, of course, at talksport.com. And England welcome back World Player of the Year Ellie Kill-Dunn for their Women's Rugby World Cup semi-final with France on Saturday. Zoe Harrison's replacing Holly Aitchison at fly half. France, meanwhile, are missing two key players, including their captain.
talkSPORT News.
We'll have updates and reports of that game on Saturday. News now, the first migrant has been deported under the government's one-in, one-out deal with France, and 3 people have been arrested on suspicion of assisting the Russian intelligence service. More from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. With our wide range of services on offer, including tyres, MOTs, servicing and brakes, you can drive away happy every time.
Unsurprisingly cloudy for most of us as rain and drizzle moves north throughout the afternoon. That rain heaviest in the west. In the east, it'll turn drier and brighter through the afternoon. Humid in the south.
This is Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker with you through until 4 here on talkSPORT. Where this afternoon, please tell us, Charlie, what's coming up?
Coming up over the next 3 hours, Micky Quinn joins us to talk Newcastle, Liverpool and dealing with fan abuse. And staying with the tune, we're joined by their former keeper, Tim Krul. Don't be cruel. And as Napoli head to City tonight, can Conte finally do it in Europe?
We also want to know what stopped being funny.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Really going to open me
I
up.
wasn't going to kick off with you.
Going to be open to a lot of texts there.
We'll take more of your artists next door. And Love Island's Jack Fincham ahead of his bare-knuckle boxing debut.
Lovely stuff. There's all this plus. The top stars who were shaped by non-league football will salute plucky Cypriot Champions League side Paphos with one of their ex-managers.
Yeah.
And we bring you another birthday spread.
We sure do. 5 minutes past 1. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Charlie.
Good afternoon, Paul. A stunning night of Champions League football, I thought.
What did you go with? Which game did you watch?
The Liverpool game. I'll always go with the Liverpool game. Liverpool, if I had to be pushed towards a Premier League side, Paul, I'd be a Liverpool fan. But I'm not, because I'm a Torquay fan, and I can't.
Why Liverpool?
I don't want two sides.
Because
I grew up in the 80s.
Yeah.
Some late 80s sort of guy.
You were a bit of a closet Liverpool fan.
No.
I thought you had pictures of Ian Rush on the
Oh,
wall.
no, yeah. I think for about 6 months I was like a Liverpool fan. And then my dad said they play football down the road, and I went down to see Talking.
That often doesn't work on football fans. They play football down the road. You do realise you've got a local team, but often people say, well, so what?
I know, but there we are.
That's good.
Could I deny myself the joy that night of Torquay United v Burnley? Could I enjoy
You'd die for that game now.
I'd love. Imagine that now. Imagine that now.
But the Burnley fans don't sound too keen on it. But
I thought Liverpool, when that clicks, Paul, I think they look irrepressible. I think they look unstoppable.
Really?
I thought they were sensational.
You saw little pockets, did you? Little moments.
Sensational going forward.
Yeah, there was some.
Where does Isak even play? He just drops back, goes in, goes up for headers.
They are going to have to get over that hump of giving quite a lot of goals away and making life difficult for themselves. It's not the first time they've done it this season.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know if you saw the interview afterwards where they said to Virgil van Dijk, they said, are you worried about the defence letting in lots of goals, Virgil? And he just went, no.
Yes. Fair enough. It was coming, that goal, wasn't it? They had that little run of corners and you thought...
Oh, what a header.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful header.
The thing is,
what you want.
I'll tell you what it is as well. For all those players that love to throw themselves to the ground when they're held, thinking, I'll probably get a free kick here.
Yeah.
Why not stay on your feet and do what he did?
Why not battle? Use your strength and get your big head on it into the corner.
Sure. One thing I've noticed in the Champions League this week, we're going to speak to a former Premier League referee next week, actually. It should be a fascinating chat. But the way VAR is working over the 2 nights, and I've seen live games and highlights, it's so much better in the Premier League. I mean, we give our referees and the officialdom a bit of a kicking.
Yeah.
But when you watch it in the Champions League, I think there's been at least 3 terrible handball decisions that would never be a handball in the Premier League because we've set the bar much higher. And thank God we have. We had one in the Tottenham-Villarreal game, and the ball just bounced up and hit the guy's hand. He had absolutely nothing he could do about it.
Yeah.
And he didn't put his arm to the ball. He just hit it in the course of the match.
Yeah.
And the ref didn't give it. And although obviously we would have benefited from that, I thought, thank goodness for that. Maybe they've set the bar a bit higher.
The game's still there.
Then got home and watched highlights. And then there was the one in the Real Madrid game. The guy can go nowhere. He's sliding. He's out of control. And it just touches his arm. And so actually, some of the officialdom generally, it's clear the way they're working VAR in a lot of those games. I can't remember the match last night, but there was a penalty. And the ref didn't give it. And about a second and a half later, clearly was someone in his ear saying...
And he gave a penalty, yeah.
Suddenly points at the spot. Now, he would argue he was looking at...
That was the Liverpool game, wasn't it? That was was it the Liverpool game?
Can't remember.
Maybe
I don't think it was. It was one of the other matches. But all I'm saying is that I think generally the way that the games are managed by the officials, the way they're told to manage them, I guess, by those in charge... It's just terrible. You get some really ropey decisions. And that's the best. That's the Champions League. Wait, you get in the Conference League where they basically press gang people in the pub to go and referee a match. Honestly, it's some of the Europa League and
I invite you to the National League South, Paul. Just for at least there you know if it's given or if it's not given. That's it. You suck it up and you get on with it.
So we had Simeone losing the plot last night. Not a massive amount of sympathy for a man that in the past has turned around and grabbed his crotch and faced opposition fans.
Yeah.
So if you kind of give it out, maybe you've got to take it. As long as it doesn't go as
of all managers, Simeone.
As long as it doesn't go over the top,
of course,
and go into realms we don't want it to.
No, of course.
If it's just a bit of S-housery getting into a manager who's the king of S-housery, I don't have a major. Although I would imagine Liverpool won't be particularly enamoured with seeing one of their fans flicking the V's to
Though it was nice to see a return of the V's, Paul. The V's is quite an 80s swear. Not many V's around anymore. It's more middle finger stuff now.
Middle finger, Nescafe handshake tends to be that.
Exactly, but double V's it was lovely to see it making a welcome return.
It's interesting, Charlie, that
it's like Oasis are back. So are the double V's.
Your takeaway from that was that it's great to see the double V's.
Yeah. It's lovely, isn't it? The double V's, you know.
Yeah.
Up and down, you know.
What do you want to bring back next? Pinch punch, first day of the month?
All
Bagsy, no returns.
All those things. Put your feet, apple, pear, peach, plum, out goes your best chum. Did you remember that one? There's another one as well, which dip.
Yeah, we all know that one.
Hanging on, but...
1 potato, 2 potato. That'd be a good way to decide kickoff. Rather than tossing a coin.
Yeah, be lovely.
1 potato, 2. You get a few of the players there, 3... that you I am out, you must go, and then okay, well,
be good.
Just some of the things we might bring back this afternoon. Now, in the world of boxing, there was exciting news. Inoue, of course, the very, very exciting fighter, going to be fighting on the 27th of December. Interesting.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah, happy Christmas. But he takes on Alan Picasso.
Yes.
Alan Picasso from Mexico.
Lovely.
Tremendous. And
is it his real name, Paul?
I think it might
He's
be.
not given himself the name.
I checked out the
Alan
undercard.
Picasso.
Also on the undercard, Dave Renoir.
Oh, yeah.
And Steve Da Vinci.
That isn't true.
No, that isn't true. But Alan Picasso is fighting against Inoue in December. So I thought maybe it's the perfect blend of a great artist.
Yes.
And a very
very normal name. Very normal name, yes.
Like Darren Vermeer. My old mate. So basically they could be your next door neighbour, these people. They're famous artists, but they've got a very bog standard
surname.
British.
Yeah, very nice.
Alan Picasso.
Yeah.
It always sounds like one of those...
Keith Lowry.
Keith Lowry.
He
sounds like an estate agent, doesn't he? Another successful sale from Keith Lowry and Associates.
Let by Keith Lowry.
Let by Keith Lowry. So
it does remind me of the Tommy Cooper joke, Paul, which is I found a Stradivarius and a Picasso in my loft.
Yeah.
I took it to the auctioneers. He said, unfortunately, Stradivarius couldn't paint for toffee, and Picasso made terrible violins.
There we are. Fantastic. Do you do the voice, do you?
I don't do the voice, no.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I really did the joke. I sort of, as I got into the joke, I was like, I'm not sure this is the joke.
Yeah.
But look, we carried on with it, Paul.
I think if Tommy were here, you would have workshopped that. So
What's Stop Being Funny? What's up? Someone's saying.
Oh, yeah. No, the reason we're doing this is that Manchester United fan who won't shave his hair off until they've won 5 games in a row.
I think 5 games is quite a lot, Paul.
Yeah, well, not for a club like Manchester United. So Frank Eilert, his name is.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, at the moment, there's the picture of it.
Yeah.
It's Stop Being Funny. It's basically his hair is swallowing his head. It is the proper hair bear bunch.
He looks like he's in the marching band.
In the
was at Windsor
Zoo.
yesterday.
Wonderland Zoo, yes. If he shaped it could be a Busby.
A Busby, couldn't it? It'd be absolutely lovely.
As you could blag his way into the Coldstream Guards. So it stopped being funny, I imagine, for Frank a long time ago. So what stopped being funny? Do you two, fine, but you're just wasting 50p. Talksport.com/H&J.
I don't reckon it would be you two. I reckon it would be very much...
I don't.
Very much at my
Let's not
door,
encourage
Paul.
him.
Let's not say it.
But in what circumstances? Maybe you had a bit of a forfeit to pay, and at first, it was very funny. And then after about 2 months, wasn't quite so funny. Talksport.com, text 81089, tweet TSH&J, 0371722.
People enjoyed my Bernard Manning impression there.
Yeah, it was very good,
Someone just texted in.
And he didn't make great stuff. Yeah, he's doing all that. So, and also...
Aren't you going to help her?
We want the art. We want the artist. And the very down-home British name to go with Alan Picasso.
Yes,
let's build some great artists.
And some other things, if other surnames, other surnames are available, aren't they? So if they,
in what do you mean?
If it's not just artists, let's open it out.
No,
let's not do that. Don't do that.
No, Charlie. The whole point of this is it's Alan Picasso.
Claude Monolele.
You don't get it.
Claude Monolele. We don't want football painters.
Yeah, no.
Do we, Paul?
We don't want football painters.
Are we getting them?
I didn't set you football painters today. Just do the homework you've been set, boy, and not the homework you've made up.
Claude Monolele, that's quite nearly works.
It's not what we asked for.
Not quite, okay.
Talksport.com, text 81089, tweet TSH&J 03717223344. The mighty Micky Quinn joins us to kick off. I'm sure very happy that Liverpool won. What did he spot last night? Charlie, very bullish about their chances going forward. Of course, he played up front for Newcastle and as a player took a fair bit of stick over the years. In one case, someone threw a pie at Mick. I think at which point he picked up and took a bite, didn't he? A bit like...
nice.
Yeah.
No, nice.
So, anyway, Quinny will talk us through all that. Danielle Fisichella joins us ahead of our commentary game tonight between City and Napoli. And Conte's record in Europe has never been great, But he seems to have evolved, is the feeling. Maybe this could be
He's got some team
year
now as
they
well.
can turn something on, but, and De Bruyne going back. It's a great story. Danielle joins us to talk about that. Jack Fincham from Love Island joining us. More Newcastle chat with a great Tim Krul later on. Plenty to get stuck into. We're here with Tool Station. Next stop, Tool Station.
play again inside the penalty area, and it's two. That is what Mo Salah is all about. Barrios, another from Llorente is it. Atletico Madrid have come back from 2-0 down. 2-2 in stoppage time. In comes the ladies' corner. It is Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool do it again. If the rest of the Champions League campaign is like this, bring it on.
Another great night here at Anfield. They always find a way to come back into the game, and that's what they did. The good thing for us is that we have the same mentality.
And Kane has the chance to make it 2-0. Sanchez goes to his right. The ball arrows into his left. Palmer is striding up to the edge of the area, gets it back, and arrows it into the top corner. Cold-hearted Cole Palmer.
Wow, it's all happening in the Allianz, it really is.
Kane comes forward into the penalty area. Chelsea have given the ball away, and Harry Kane is amongst the goals again. And they've been beaten here in the Allianz Arena. Bayern Munich ruthless when they took their chances. Chelsea not so, and that's why Bayern have beaten them by 3-1.
We love the Champions League on talkSPORT.
Another big night in the Champions League, and Liverpool made harder work of it than you would imagine, being 2-0 up so early on, but they've made a bit of a habit of that this season. Does that concern our next guest? Former Newcastle Coventry striker, but Liverpool fan, let's be honest. It is Micky Quinn. Hi, Mick.
Hey, Mick.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Charlie.
Were you getting a bit nervous last night with that second one went in? Do you think they'd blown it, or did, in light of what's happened this season with these late comebacks, did you keep the faith?
No, I mean, we've seen so many comebacks at Anfield in the Champions League, Barcelona being one. So you never lose faith in this club, Liverpool, and the spirit, especially in the Champions League. You're right, they did make probably more hard work of it. They should have capitalised, went 2-0 up. But listen, I had a look at Atleti very close pre-season when they played Newcastle up at St James's, and they're a good team. They are a good team. And I think it flattered Liverpool a little bit after the first 10, 15 minutes because they got back into it then and played some good stuff. So it was a fantastic game. The one thing Liverpool are, lads, is every game is absolutely box office. Yeah. You cannot take your eyes off it. And, to me, the most entertaining team in the Premier League just happened to be top as well, by the way.
I reckon Alexander Isak is knackered today. He got an hour out of him, and Slot said he was surprised, but I think he's going to be feeling it today because he probably did a lot of it on adrenaline and just buzzing off the atmosphere. But what did you make of him?
Yeah, I had a good look at him, and I thought he looked sharp. He looked hungry. He didn't look out of place within the team.
No,
sometimes, it's a big price tag. So, you could get lost in a team after being at Newcastle for so long. But no, he looked part of that team, and he linked up well and made some good runs. And I think if I was Alexander Isak with that, I think it was 54 minutes, wasn't it, something under his belt, he's only going to get sharper. And after tasting Anfield on a Champions League night, he'll want to get back out there against Everton on Saturday.
Yeah, I thought him and Florian Wirtz linked up pretty well, actually, because he's had a slow start. I'd say Florian Wirtz, he obviously is some kind of player and looks like he's going to be great, but it's taken him a while to maybe adapt to the pace. But him and Isak seem to link up really well, Mickey.
They did. And, I mentioned something to a couple of Liverpool fans that they could be sort of, if they do click together, they could be the Dalglish and Ian Rush of the modern day Liverpool team. Really,
big talk that, Mickey. Big talk.
I'm a big lad. So, and to me, they paid enough money for the both of them. Yeah. I think Florian Wirtz, he's put lots of shifts in without settling into the way he plays and the way Liverpool play at the moment. So that'll come. And his first touch is sublime. He's everywhere as well. He's absolutely everywhere. And Charlie, I agree with you. I think there looked a little spark there between them two last night. And if they can capitalise on that. And I'm going to say, Liverpool, I thought that was probably Liverpool's best performance this season against Atleti. They blitzed the start. And then, Salah could have wrapped it up. Ekitike, hit his shot into the ground. I do like that kid as well. So it could have been more goals at the end. He left it late, and Captain Fantastic stepped up. I did have a little flutter, 9-1. Anytime goal scorer, Virgil van Dijk.
I wonder why you look so happy.
Did he? Didn't tip that.
No. Now, as a man, you've talked about it. You talked about it in your fine book. Man who took a fair bit of abuse from the crowd over the years. What did you make of Simeone at the end?
Oh, he's an enigma, isn't he? Look, I always think, you're a professional sportsman, and I know he said he's only human and he is a bit fiery, but you've got to rise above it. Like you mentioned in the intro, Paul. I've had things thrown at me, I've had pies thrown at me at Upton Park. But I laughed it off, you know what I mean? I didn't go down, rolling around 3 times and sent for the St. John's ambulance man to take me off, you know what I mean? I got on with it. I've been called all the names under the sun. He's got to react a little bit better. He's an experienced, brilliant coach. We all know how brilliant he is. And whatever, you know, they've said to him or the stick they've given to him or gestures or whatever, you've got to rise above that. You are a professional sportsman. And I'm afraid that comes with the territory. People pay money, you know, to vent their frustration or cheer you or anger or whatever it is. You know, hot air most of the time. I remember my dad was at St. James's Park and he's watching me and 2 fellas behind him. Well, they give me stick from the kickoff. Look at him. Look at Quinny. Newcastle fans are lazy. Look at him. Look at him. He's done nothing all game. And my dad was just about to give them a mouthful the last 5 minutes of the game when I scored the winner.
Yeah, beautiful.
And he said that taught him a lesson. My dad really to say, you know, it's only that. Yeah. It's only hot air most of the time. So so Simeone, look, he's fiery, but he should know better than to react.
Quick one on Newcastle. We're going to have a chat with Tim Krul later on, but you've played in some big old games at St James's Park, and it'll be absolutely rocking tonight, won't it? How do you feel? I know you get up there and see a fair few games. So what do you make of tonight? Should be interesting, shouldn't it, against Barcelona?
Well, first of all, the atmosphere is going to be second to none, Paul. Back in the Champions League after missing the season, it's going to ultimately just to get a goal. Yeah. You know, on his debut, because a lot of pressure coming with that. He's only 22, 70-odd million pounds worth. So he has settled in. Gordon and Alanga, plenty of place there up front. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think Newcastle are going to go at them straight from the start and try and, you know, replicate the result. I think it was 97 when Newcastle beat Barcelona 3-2. Tino got a hat-trick. So I'll settle for the same result.
Brilliant. Mickey, always a pleasure. We'll catch up with you soon.
Any tips? No 9-to-1s for tonight. That's who's keeping those quiet?
Who's got anytime goal scorer in the Newcastle game? Who do you fancy?
Who's been quiet goal scoring wise? Anthony Gordon. Anytime goal scorer, Anthony Gordon. You heard it here.
Odds are falling now.
Cheers, Mick. All the best,
Mickey.
There we are. There's Micky Quinn, their former Newcastle striker. And
I'm not going to watch the whole Newcastle game tonight, Paul. There's a new camera that's just on Voltamada's head.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I'm just going to watch the highlights.
Oh, nice.
Nice joke. Was a nice joke, wasn't it?
And you delivered it better than the Stradivarius joke. Newcastle Barcelona is on talkSPORT. All the build up from 7. City Napoli. Then what to do? I think I'm gonna. If you're listening to it, you want to listen to the start of De Bruyne getting a great reception.
Yeah.
Then you want the big roar at St James's Park when the game gets underway. First 5 minutes are mad. It'd be great atmosphere.
Yeah.
I'm more tempted. I don't know what. I mean,
I want to see Napoli. I want to see McTominay and De Bruyne. I think.
Yamal's not playing, and as Conte sold us short in the Champions League for reasons we'll go into later, I'm interested to see I want to see McTominay and
Amarim's
De Bruyne
is that Højlund gets a hat-trick tonight v Man City.
Yeah.
That's how Ruben Amarim's luck's going.
So he'll get United reject and all that. It should be both fascinating games. So you pays your money and you takes your pick, but you can listen to both on the talkSPORT network, of course. We are going to talk about Antonio Conte, and he's considering his domestic record, just how ropey his record has been in the Champions League. But there is a feeling he's evolving, even in his, he's an old dog, new tricks. Danielle Fisichella, Italian football expert, previews the game very shortly.
Jose Mourinho has agreed to become the new Benfica coach. He'll begin a 2-year contract with his first Champions League game back at Stamford Bridge a week on Tuesday. Elsewhere in the Champions League, Arne Slot says Liverpool can't keep relying on late goals to win games after Van Dijk's 92nd minute header against Atletico Madrid. But Florian Wirtz is growing into his role.
He's getting fitter and adjusting him more and more to us, which is normal. You need a bit of time to adjust. We all know how much quality he has, but sometimes people forget that he's a 22-year-old that goes for the first time abroad.
Chelsea were their own worst enemy in Munich. Some sloppy defending helped Harry Kane score twice in a 3-1 defeat to Bayern. But Enzo Maresca says Jonathan Tah should have been sent off for smashing into João Pedro.
For me, it's clear red card, yeah. Because there is not, I already said also in the Premier League, when there is not intention to go for the ball, and just intention is to kick another player, why is no red card?
And in the Eubank Jr. versus Ben rematch press conference, Eubank Jr. kicked off again, but this time at Eddie Hearn.
Chris.
You know the drill. I'm not going to say anything you say.
Okay, then don't listen.
I'm a bad guy.
No.
I'm a this.
All I was going to do was say a few words about Ricky Hatton.
There's loads more on November's fight on talkSPORT's boxing YouTube channel.
That has been in the team that have won the Champions League, a man that has won 6 Premier Leagues.
His incredible talent, vision, pass, assist, goals in the final third is unique.
Goes past his man, pulls it back to De Bruyne!
Kevin De Bruyne is to leave Manchester City at the end of this season.
It's going to be a big loss because he's been a fixture for 10 years.
Manchester City will be in the Champions League next season.
Breaking news last 5 minutes, Kevin De Bruyne has joined Napoli.
Napoli are signing one of the best players the Premier League has witnessed in the last 7 or 8 seasons. One of the best players in the world.
Man City. Here we go. Napoli at home.
It's nice to, bring him back, and we have a great welcome to them because they deserve it.
We had a season, an off-season, but I think we've got as good a chance as anyone to win the Champions League.
City are going to have a big task against this Napoli midfield.
Just focusing tomorrow, the game we have to play, start well this competition.
Fascinating stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to be a really interesting game between Manchester City and Napoli tonight, and that is live on talkSPORT 2. Antonio Conte, as we were saying earlier on, fantastic domestic record, number of clubs, but never quite done it, of course, in the Champions League. My only experience of him in the Champions League was when we sort of limped out to Milan, needing a goal. We drew 0-0 in the second leg. We whipped up a great atmosphere on the night, but the team were limp. I think on 82 minutes, he put Davison Sanchez on for Kulusevski, just when we needed a goal.
So maybe his pragmatism doesn't give him that attacking threat in cup competitions.
Well,
maybe not.
Because
that's why
the feeling is, I was reading James Horncastle, and the Athletic did a big piece about him. He thinks he's evolved. He thinks kind of maybe a bit more well set to do more in the Champions League this time. Let's have a chat with that man. You heard in that little reel there, Danielle Fisichella, Italian football expert. Hi, Danielle.
Hi, good morning, Paul. Good morning, Charlie.
Hey. So, let's start with Conte and his record in the Champions League. Have you seen an evolution in the way that he's working? Do you think he's better set now to do well in this tournament than in the past?
Certainly, he has evolved last season with Napoli when he took off the old dress, the 3-5-2 formation that he drilled so much into his teams, to change it and to shape it into a 4-man defense, into a more fluid and dynamic formation, because he understood Napoli needed something extra in midfield. He needed to play with 3 attackers, also after they lost Kvaratskhelia to PSG. And ultimately, he has been successful. He has basically changed and realized that he also needs to adapt to the players that he's got. But tonight probably is the ultimate limitus test for Napoli and for Conte, because Manchester City are de facto the strongest team they ever faced since last season when they were not in Europe. And one of Conte's most famous quote is, you cannot go into a £50 restaurant with a £10 note in your pocket. And that was referring when he was managing Juve and they were crashing out of the Champions League against the likes of Bayern Munich because he felt his squad was not good enough. Now, last summer, after winning the Scudetto, Conte was on his way out, was ready to leave Napoli, only for the president to say, okay, we're going to bolster the squad. And that's exactly what he did. Well, tonight we're going to find out how many notes are in Conte's pocket and even actually can match one of the Europe best teams as Manchester City is.
How have they looked already this season, Daniele?
Absolutely fantastic in Italy. 3 wins out of 3 and 3 convincing wins, although 2 against Minnows, Sassuolo and Cagliari, but after the break, 3-1 in Florence, and Rasmus Højlund scored. Kevin De Bruyne already scored 2 and assisted 1. But most of all, they looked a team that is fully accomplished and they know how strong they are. It's not just defense and counter-attack. Napoli tend to start games domestically very quickly, put almost a stranglehold on the opposition team, and then manage the game. But comparing the stats from the early this season to last seasons, they make more passes, they press more, they keep the ball more in the opposition half. So something has really changed. Of course, now let's see if they can translate it into the big stage and playing a game every 3 days, which they didn't do last season.
Yeah, there's a few narratives tonight, aren't there? Of course, McTominay and Højlund, ex-Man United players, going to Man City, and De Bruyne, ex-Man City, going back. He's been playing all over the place, hasn't he? He's been playing as the 9, I think, at one point. I think he's been playing in the hole, been playing on the left. He's been where are we expecting to see him tonight?
A bit of everywhere, because in this lopsided 4-5-1 formation of Napoli, nobody is occupying the left wing. There is not a left winger. Politano stays wide on the right, and then is either McTominay, De Bruyne, and sometimes Zambo Anguissa, another former Premier League player, by the way, who drift there. So it's very versatile, and sometimes De Bruyne comes closer to the striker, to Højlund in this case. Sometimes is McTominay who runs into the box, and I think this has been the big change, the big evolution from Conte, because Napoli's midfield is really strong, considering also they got Lobotka, who is the man who makes them tick. So it would have been a shame to sacrifice any of these players, and that's why he has changed the formation. But the impact of De Bruyne in Italy has been great. He has adapted really well. The fact that there are so many former Premier League players in Napoli squad helps him to bed in. There are 5 Premier League players who play in the Premier League, including also Billy Gilmour. He's been dubbed Premier Napoli. That's how we call it in Italy. But, the experience and the fact that these players are used to play at a higher rhythm makes them extremely competitive in Serie A.
Yeah. Looking at the City personnel and the way they're likely to line up, where can they expose maybe the weaknesses in the Napoli team? Where could they get at them, you think?
But obviously, there is a clear battle in Haaland against Buongiorno, the centre-back of Italy, which is a little bit what we've seen when Norway beat Italy 3-0 in the qualifiers of the World Cup a few months ago. If Buongiorno, who is I would define it as almost an old-school centre-backs, a Chiellini style of centre-backs, manages to stop him and to press hard and to block him from Haaland from turning in such a great form, Napoli could have an edge. But of course, it's gonna be difficult also in wide areas with Di Lorenzo against Foden and whoever's playing on the right hand side against Doku, probably Spinazzola. So I think that's probably the key area. But it's gonna be interesting also the battle in midfield. Reinders was Italy's best midfielder for the last 2 seasons, and obviously having him now against them is going to cause them some problem. Another subplot is Donnarumma, first game against an Italian side. By the way, he's from the Napoli region, born and bred, although he played in Milan. So there are a lot of fascinating subplots, of course. But I think, as I said, it's really a test of how much Napoli have evolved. And, Conte has said before the game, they are coming to learn from the masters. I don't think he means that they're going to just sit and watch Manchester City play, but he's going to balance being entrepreneurial with being a little bit cautious as well. One thing for sure, Conte is really proud. He's got his chest puffed out, and a chest where the Scudetto of the champions lies. So, comes back to England and say, hey, guys, see what I have achieved since I wasn't with you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Danielle, thanks ever so much.
Danielle.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Danielle Fisichella, the Italian football expert.
That's wet my whistle for that one now, Paul. I think I'm going to watch that one.
It could be quite. I think it could be quite a tight game. I'm not sure it's going to be a goal fest. I mean, I don't know. They're kind of I'm going to go with that one. I think we're going to go with that game.
I think just for
keep
all those little narratives
like last
in
night,
there, and
as soon as I watched Chelsea Bayern, but really as soon as Bayern got the third, you knew the game was up, didn't you? Really, so I was over at Liverpool because I thought Liverpool were done. Then it went to 2-1. I thought they'll hold out. I'll stick with Chelsea. It's difficult when there's two good games.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I know we've got a break, but has Harry Kane got a lot better? Something sensational.
He still looks very sharp. I mean, I've seen that goal. I mean, it was kind of laid on for him, but the fact he's so confident. He thinks, no, I don't need a touch. No. I'll just turn and slot it away. It's a great Brilliant finish. He is still something, and he knows how to buy a pen. Let's be honest. He'll always get you a pen. Jack Fincham joins us. You know Jack from Love Island, of course. He has entered the world of bare knuckle boxing. Rather him than me.
Yeah.
He's on the same bill as the former world champion James de Gale. James has gone into it as well, but we'll have a chat with Jack, see how he's finding that. Tim Krul is going to join us for a chat as well, the former Newcastle and Holland keeper. I think not retired yet. He was at Luton and he's been released by them, but I don't know if he's looking to get back in. He has just got a degree in the world of sport, and we'll congratulate him on that.
Yeah, of course.
And talk about more about his future. But, of course, we want to look ahead to Newcastle against Barcelona tonight. And Paphos, that was interesting. They played Olympiacos last night.
It was 0-0, wasn't it? Yeah.
Cypriot team. They were down to 10 men after about 25 minutes. And it was just a brilliant rear guard.
Yeah, nice.
And they've got an interesting story, Paphos. They've not been in existence about 12 years or something like that. Here they are in the Champions League. Steven Constantine was the manager for a while, and he's going to join us and tell us a little bit more about how that story has come about. And we'll bring you more on that Slaven Bilic story for West Ham. Alex Crook's going to join us to get us updated. That's all to come. We're here with Tool Station. Stay one step ahead, whatever the job. Next stop, Tool Station. Good afternoon, Paul Hawksbee, Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT. Now, up in Manchester next week, Charlie, what are you laughing at?
Just what we've just been talking about off air, Paul.
Yeah.
It was a private joke. I shouldn't have laughed.
We're going to be talking to Jack Fincham next. He's on the undercard, big James de Gale bare knuckle fight. We'll tell you more about that in a moment, though, because this is your final chance to enter our biggest competition yet. Ooh. 2 winners will score Oasis tickets for their 27th of September show, and one will win £25,000 in cash. That's right, 25 grand and tickets to see Oasis. You've only got until 9 a.m. tomorrow to enter. Oof. Here's how.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a TalkSPORT limited promotion run on TalkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Yes, Bare Knuckle Fight Championship next weekend in Manchester. And on the undercard will be somebody who won Love Island a few years back. He takes on Aaron Chalmers of Geordie Shore fame. And it is Jack Fincham. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack.
How we doing, lads?
Yeah, good, thank
Pretty
you.
Good, thank you. I was doing a little bit of background reading knowing you were coming on. I mean, you've had a fair few amateur fights, haven't you, before you did telly?
Yeah, but do you know what? I wanted this to be sort of like well known because, I mean, as you can imagine, like, you know, like misfits and, you know, these sort of influencer fights. Everyone puts me in that category, but I can't really go in that category. I mean, I've had two pro fights, obviously both out in Dubai. So I turned over, originally signed with Ben Shalom in 2020, but didn't end up having my pro debut until 2022 in Dubai. That was under the Dubai Boxing Council. I had 30 fights for Elton Boxing Club, so I was a fighter long before I went on TV. And in March of this year, I had my first bare knuckle pro. I won that. I didn't really train for it properly, to be honest. I made hard work of five 2-minute rounds, but went down as a win on Box Rec. So yeah. You know, I'll take that. But I've put, like, into this camp, I'm trying to drop the, like, you know, it's obviously going to be a hard thing because people will know you from the telly. But, you know, I've been fighting competitively for, like, coming up 20 years now. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not something I've even done for a couple of years. Like, and I'll tell you what, the reason I actually started boxing was because me and my little brother was so used to football. We was losing... We was losing 20-0 every week, and my mum said, I can't watch this anymore. I've got to take you up the boxing gym. So I literally, when I was listening to you talk about football just then, I felt like I feel at the pub, like a spare park, so I know nothing about it.
You're nominally an Arsenal fan, I'm told. Is that right?
Yeah. Like my stepdad loves Arsenal, and I used to take us to Highbury and all that. So, to be honest, it was more of just the day out and the beers that I used to like rather than the football. But if I was to say I support a team, it'd be Arsenal, yeah.
Now, Aaron Chalmers said we know from Geordie Shore, but he's had a few fights. He's also done a bit of MMA, so it's not going to be easy, is it?
No, I mean, I watched. So funnily enough, so his last bare knuckle fight, he fought Chazza Simmons. Now, I've known Chazza again for 20 years. So Chazza used to box at the same amateur club as me, even though he's 11 years older. So he's like 43. But he was a pro at the time, so he used to come down and spar us amateurs, and I used to jab his head off. But you got but the titles that Chazza won as well as a pro were at light welterweight. We're fighting at light heavyweight. You're fighting a natural light heavyweight, you know. And you know, I've trained with Ben Davison. You know, I've got a top quality coach now. We've got people fighting for British titles, WBO Intercontinental champions in the gym. You know, I've been sparring in, you know, the little gloves, people that fight in the one championship. You know, do you know what I mean? At like seriously high level. Yeah. You know, and you know, I believe that he's got a strong MMA background. Of a good few years, he went pro, but he went pro later on. You can always tell when someone started later on. Yeah, you can always tell because it's just little tells. But I just feel that basic boxing will win this. Like it's just basic boxing. You want to walk them onto something, you need to use your feet, and you need to know little tiny things that you can't. You know, you're always learning on the job in boxing anyway. But I think keeping this simple. I mean, not being funny, with just your hands, a jab's going to open your face up regardless. You know, even if you're flicking it out. But you know, we've worked for a whole game plan, and when I literally say, for this camp, I'll put blood, sweat, and tears into it. Like I really have, because I just find, because you know, sometimes you can never win. It's like, oh look, this is not an influence fight. This is professional bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, you know what I mean. And as I said, I've been fighting competitively for 20 years. You know, and I've boxed professionally twice anyway. Yeah, you know, three times actually. One of them was obviously a pro bare knuckle. And again, you still can't shake it, but because BKFC is so big, and you've got the names of like James DeGale on it, you've got Kell Brooks said to be signing over to it. You know, this is a huge platform. Yeah. It's live on the zone. Once I go and get this win, I think this will firmly cement. Oh, actually, this guy is the real deal.
Well, you're serious. I mean, you fought on a Floyd Mayweather undercard, so that's not a bad claim to fame either, is it? Over in Dubai. God.
Do you know what? That was a dream come true. So me and my little brother, obviously, we boxed together as kids, and we used to sit up all night, keeping each other awake to watch Floyd Mayweather. And then the press conference was at York Hall. I've boxed in York Hall before, actually. In the junior ABA London finals, I lost, so don't talk about it. But anyway, so we're doing the press conference, and sitting below me, and he nudged me like that. Oh, my brother got a video of it. He's Floyd Mayweather. I thought, oh my God, I'm at the same press conference as one of my heroes. And I couldn't help myself, right? I had to go and get a signed glove, and he had so much security around him, and they was like, no, you can't approach me, and you can't approach. I went, well, bloody am. Yes. And I just sort of recovery in there with like an old like rubbish Lonsdale glove and said, please don't. He was like, yeah, man, it's cool, around the same card. No, I don't know what our impression was. But,
exactly. It's like he was in the room, Jack.
Literally in the room. Yeah. But like it was what an experience, you know. Yeah. And that was my pro debut. I've got a WBC medal with that, because obviously they sanctioned it. Like, mate, it's just.
Jack, you sound really happy, you know.
It sounds like you're serious about which is good. So it's Chalmers versus Fincham. Next week, DeGale Floyd on the same card. It's at the AO Arena in Manchester. And you can get your tickets online and go and watch a big night of bare-knuckle boxing. Before you go, Jack, your old ex, Danny Dyer from Love Island, she's going to be doing Strictly. You're going to be tuning in? Really? You wish her well?
I always do. Lovely girl, man. Lovely girl. And I always wish her well. Wish her well. I think she's going to smash it.
Good stuff. Good to talk to you, Jack. Good luck next week. All the best.
Take care. See you later.
There we are. This Jack Fincham there. And
it's good to hear him sounding happy, Paul, because he's bravely spoken about his various addictions that he's had. So maybe he finds some peace.
Well, it was interesting to say, I just thought I was going to read that he's been working to this fight. And then I saw he'd had all these
30 fights,
all these amateur fights as a kid. So anyway, interesting stuff. It's Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT. Tim Krul's going to join us very shortly. Newcastle in action live on talkSPORT this evening against Barcelona. And we'll talk about the future for Tim, because he's doing some interesting stuff.
Great.
He'll tell us more in a few moments' time. We're going to have a chat with Robbie Mulhern a little bit later on of Lee Leopards. It's the final weekend of the Super League season, and then we go into the playoffs. And Lee have had a cracking season. They're very much part of that. We'll chat to Robbie later on. But first, Will Hobbs has the sports headlines.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Supporting van owners to get the job done. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
Thanks, Paul. Good afternoon. talkSPORT understands Slaven Bilic is a shock contender to return to West Ham if the club decides to get rid of Graham Potter. The West Ham board aren't happy with the recent results. 3 league defeats in 4 this season, 6 wins in 24 since Potter took charge. Our chief football correspondent, as you know, is Alex Crook.
They see themselves as a top half of the table team. They look a long way short of that at this moment in time. And Potter's own record, 6 wins in 24 games, 25%. That isn't really enough to keep any manager in a job.
Well, Bilic was sacked as West Ham manager in 2017 after a poor run of results. 3 weeks ago, Bilic told White and Jordan he still enjoys a good relationship with owner David Sullivan.
We are now on very good terms. It's not, of course I wasn't happy, and of course I think now, and even then, that I didn't deserve to be sacked.
Now, what really happened before Diego Simeone's red card at Anfield? These talkSPORT callers say they were there. One told White and Jordan things got heated when kids started filming an Atleti staff member.
He took exception to being filmed. He started smashing the phones out the kids' hands onto the floor.
When Van Dijk scored, us the fans thought we had the last laugh, and that's when we kicked off at there. Dugouts screaming and shouting and jumping up and down.
Simeone says he was abused but wouldn't say what was said. Now, another Atletico Madrid staff member's been accused of spitting at a Liverpool fan. And Wycombe Wanderers have appointed Michael Duff as the club's new head coach following the sacking of Mike Dodds and his assistant Pete Shuttleworth. And if you want a deep dive into whether Jose Mourinho is still the special one, go and listen to our dedicated episode of the talkSPORT Daily podcast. It's available wherever you get them.
talkSPORT News.
Sir Keir Starmer and Donald Trump have signed a so-called tech prosperity deal, and the first migrant who arrived in the UK in a small boat has been returned to France. There's more from the news team at 5:30.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Come rain or shine, we've got your car's inbuilt safety tech covered with expertly trained technicians across the country, so you can drive away happy every time.
Another unsettled afternoon, cloudy and showers, some longer spells of rain, especially in the north and west.
This is the stuff that these Newcastle fans would not have dreamed possible not so long ago.
Well, there are atmospheres, and then there is St James's Park.
That Champions League music's going to be ringing out at St James's Park again, and people just can't wait.
Inside the area, and Gordon could finish it here. He does.
The most difficult draw is for Newcastle. There's no doubt about that.
So Newcastle are going to have a home game against Barcelona. We know that.
Cross coming in, and it's a good one. It's a hat-trick. A hat-trick for Aspria.
Amazing night, Ali. I mean, everybody remembers it. It was first time in the Champions League, playing the mighty Barcelona.
Onto the left foot, Rafinha! Rifles in the rebound!
First home game, I think, is always going to be electric under lights.
This is a real test.
Hopefully a turning point in our history.
Sit up Europe, Newcastle United are well and truly back centre stage.
Yeah, it should be a fantastic game.
Yeah, lovely. Lovely.
Newcastle.
Bit of Brian Moore in there, Paul. That
Yeah.
was nice, wasn't it? Lovely.
Bit of Brian Moore, Aspria, yeah, very good. Joining us now to look ahead of the game, which is live on talkSPORT this evening, is former Newcastle keeper Tim Krul. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Afternoon, guys. You well?
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
First, we should congratulate you on your degree. I saw some pictures of you there with the gown on and the hat, the full Monty.
Mortarboard. Yeah.
Tell us a bit more about that.
Yes. I started that journey 2 years ago. Through the PFA, there was the opportunity to start the educational sports directorship. So I think it's really important for players not just to focus on their football careers, but also look off the pitch, especially transitioning for players like myself who are coming towards the end of the career.
Was it classroom based, Tim? Did you get a new pencil case and?
Yeah, it was all official. It was every other 2 weeks on Zoom, and then once a month a full day in class, and it's all accredited by the Portsmouth University. So we had to get back to basics.
Excellent. So are you now looking to move into that world? Because you left Luton a short time ago. Are you retired, or would you not say no to sort of coming back and playing football again?
I've kept the options open. I've continued training with Luton over the summer, and clearly it's the best job in the world. So apart from you guys, obviously, it's not closing this door. But yeah, one door closes, the other door opens. So it's great to do this stuff on the side that you see it a lot with players where they're just kind of waiting till the end of the career with different opportunities.
Yeah, no, we wish you well with that. It's exciting. It's just
very
a
excellent
chance to stay in the game in a very different area. But let's look ahead to tonight. You've experienced some pretty memorable days and nights at St James's Park, and this should be a special one, shouldn't it?
Yeah, European nights, especially the Champions League, clearly it's going to be electric. And the way Eddie Howe plays, this playing style, I think the fans will be right behind it tonight.
It's look, I mean, they're a great side. They're no Yamal, which helps.
No, yeah, that does help a bit.
It's like they haven't got a lot of great players, so it's not going to be easy.
Big game, clearly, and again, these nights are there to create something special. And I do think when the Geordies get behind the team to be that 12th man, I think it will be a special night. And you never know, you get a result tonight.
I saw an interview with Marcus Rashford yesterday. I'm assuming we'll be playing tonight, and he was asked what the atmosphere was like at St James Park, and he said to his teammates that it's the best in the Premier League by a long way.
Wow. Okay.
And that's Rashford saying. Would you agree with that, Tim?
Yeah, I've had the pleasure to play for Newcastle for 11 years, so we've had some amazing days like that. Clearly, derby days and European nights are special nights, and so yeah, it's looking forward to it. And I think he's right. A lot of my ex-teammates always said they look forward to play Newcastle away.
It's Voltemade got his first goal the other day. A lot of pressure on him, kind of having to replace Alexander Isak, and I'm sure the Newcastle fans would have given him time, but that was a great start, wasn't it? It'd be great for his confidence.
Yeah, everybody was waiting for that to happen. Clearly, with Isak leaving, there was a bit of a period where we weren't scoring. So for him, on his debut at home and making the win against Wolves is a massive 3 points. First win of the season, and if he scores tonight, I think he's up and running, and the Geordies start slowly forgetting about Isak.
What did you make of what went on over the summer? It seems that players generally are. They kind of view it in a different way, maybe, to fans. And we know Eddie admitted that his relationship had suffered with Alexander Isak. But Dan Burn was kind of quite forgiving. I don't know if he was a representative of the dressing room, but what did you make of what happened over the summer with him and the way he handled it?
Yeah, it dragged on far too long, and I don't think there was many winners out of this saga. But like you say, the players seemed united. It clearly had an impact because Newcastle only just won the first game this weekend, but yeah, it's never easy. You never really know what went on behind closed doors. Promises been made, broken, whatever happened. At the end of the day, 125 million is an amazing amount of money. I think Newcastle had a great transfer window. Apart from that, obviously going on with Isak, I think they've recruited some amazing players.
A couple of good keepers. I mean, Nick Pope's getting the nod so far, but they have got Aaron Ramsdale there. And, I mean, when you were there, I think Shay Given was in when you first came in, so it's difficult, isn't it, for a keeper? There's no extra slot. There's only one slot up for grabs. So sometimes you have to sort of bide your time.
That's it. And Nick Pope, 3 clean sheets in the first 4 games is obviously the reaction Eddie Howe wanted. You know, there's competition for places. There's European nights to add to this season again. So I think Nick Pope realizes that he can't drop into form or get injured because then Ramsdale will be in.
I was going to say, he does get a fair bit of stick, Nick Pope. I mean, he was sort of flying high playing for England, and then there was a few question marks over his performances. I mean, how do you view him as a keeper?
I rate him really highly. I think, obviously, the cup final last year, he was very important. Again, now 3 clean sheets. He made some amazing saves early on in the weekend. So, yeah, the goalkeeping position is a major foundation for your team to build confidence, and I think he's been amazing for the club. So, yeah, I think it's maybe underrated is probably the right word for it.
Different team, of course, but Donnarumma makes his European debut for Manchester City tonight. Had a great game at the weekend. Kept Brian and Bowen out. How good is he? How good is Donnarumma, Tim?
Yeah, the best, I think, at the moment. He showed it in his first game of the weekend, that save from Bueno. That's the difference, you know, at 2-0, City, he saves that. It could have been 2-1. Yeah. And I think that's the difference with clubs winning trophies and having successful seasons. And clearly he's done it already at PSG, and you've seen it in the Champions League final.
Now, one of your Holland teammates, Virgil van Dijk, scored a big winner last night, popped up again with an important goal as he's done in the past. I mean, he seems pretty evergreen. He still seems to be playing very well. Do you still see a good couple of seasons or more for him at the top level?
Yeah, clearly up there with the best centre-halves in the world, and he's invaluable. And the same with Salah. I think Liverpool were maybe looking to succession planning and getting new players in, but yeah, they're still flying. And I think Salah and Virgil are clearly so important for Liverpool's success the last couple of years.
And I'm just wondering, goalkeeping-wise, you were a bit of a penalty expert, as we know. I wonder. I mean, what's the secret? What's the secret of being a good penalty taker?
Memory of you saving a lot of them, Tim.
Yeah, it's clearly a bit of homework, but ultimately, it's what you're feeling at the day, and when the pressure's on, you could see in some players' eyes when they're nervous and they live a lot more clearer where they go, so they're easier to reach for the goalkeeper. Ultimately, yeah, it's a bit of a gamble. It's a bit of a poker game with the players as well.
How much research did you do? Was you one of those who wrote the names on the bottle before a shootout?
Yeah, Pickford nicked that joke of me, to be fair. I started all that. But it's all research. Like you look at the last 10 penalties and then you kind of see certain bits they do under pressure. I used to like to watch the penalties when they were 1-0 up or 1-0 down. And you can see kind of patterns with certain players. So, yeah, there's definitely... but to be fair, strikers do that with goalkeepers as well now. So,
sure.
And the top strikers, clearly, you've got your Harry Kanes, and they're able to put it top corner, bottom right, whatever they want. So there's not really a strategy to it.
Yeah, that was an interesting game because Harry Kane, certainly playing against an English team, I'm sure Sanchez would have done his homework.
Yeah.
And the trademark Harry Kane penalty, as you've probably faced one, Tim, is, to the goalkeeper's right, very low, in that side netting, drilled.
Impossible, impossible.
So I'm sure Sanchez is thinking, is this going to be the trademark Harry Kane? And of course he slots it into the other side of the goal. So you're right, it is a game of chess between goalkeeper and penalty taker.
It is, and Harry Kane did the same to me. I was trying to get in his head and give him all sorts before I took it, and he just said, "Right, go on your line. I will score this, no problem."
Right. So you're a fan of a little bit of verbals to go up and have a word with the penalty taker. Did it ever work? Was it all did you ever say things like, "I know you're going to put it low to the left"? So
yeah, a little bit more. Words to that, but
definitely, I don't think Tim can tell us what he said.
He doesn't seem that kind of lad, Tim.
He doesn't at all.
I can't imagine the bad language coming. Yeah.
When he's doing his degree.
Yeah, that's it. Fantastic. Well, look, Tim, we wish you well, whatever you do, whether it's in goalkeeping or in the ballroom, and good to talk to you. Enjoy the game tonight.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you for having us. See you guys.
There we are. Tim Krul there, former Newcastle.
He's available if anyone needs a goalkeeper.
Well, he said he's doing it. Yeah, certainly. Well, it's exciting.
Get him on the pitch.
Going to be a sporting director somewhere with his sort of knowledge of world football and everything he's done, played in big tournaments, big clubs.
I was in a penalty shootout last year for this year for Alex Horn's football match, Paul, and I was in goal. And my tactic was don't move for any of them.
Right. Okay.
Just stand in the middle.
Right.
Because then they won't know if you're going to dive on their one.
And how did that work out for you?
We won.
Oh, okay.
Because people kept missing. So I think we'll just put it to the side. Kept missing. Maisie Adam missed her penalty to win it. We won.
They weren't good enough, really, to actually get it in the goal.
They weren't good enough. So I was relying on them being bad.
They knew they couldn't go straight down the middle because you were standing there.
The fact that I just played 90 minutes in goal and was utterly exhausted and had cramp in both my calves.
That had a bearing on it.
That may have had a slight bearing.
Very little spring. Well, there we are. A little bit of advice there.
And a very little spring pull as well, yeah.
Now, one of the interesting stories, maybe got a bit bypassed with all the other big games, was Olympiacos versus Paphos.
Oh, yeah.
Paphos are a Cypriot side.
Yeah. They've not the early kick-off, wasn't it? As well?
Yeah. Not been in existence for long, but it turned out to be quite a battle. 0-0, and Paphos having to go to Olympiacos, and they got themselves a 0-0 draw, a real rear guard action. Brilliant defending. I watched their highlights this morning, and they were just throwing their bodies at everything. They got David Luiz at the back, of Chelsea fame, of course. But Steven Constantine, who is a seasoned, well-travelled coach,
very well-travelled,
spent some time at Paphos as their manager, and he's going to join us for a bit of a chat, tell us a bit more about the club. Alex Crook with the latest on the Bilic situation for West Ham, and lots more to come between now and 4. We're here with Tool Station, ready to help at over 580 stations nationwide. Next stop, Tool Station. Yes, good afternoon, Paul Hawksbee, Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT. A little bit later on, we will be bringing you another birthday spread.
Yeah.
Lots more to come.
You sound nervous, Paul.
I am touch nervous. Anyway, one of the stories you may have missed from the Champions League last night was Paphos FC against the mighty Olympiacos.
Yeah.
They were down to 10 men after 25 minutes and just had to try and see the game out. And it was a great defensive display. And they went away with a very good point. On an historic night for the club. First game in the Champions League. A club that's only been a club, really, for 11 years, which is quite a story.
What a rise.
Our next guest managed them for a while. He's a well-travelled coach. Steven Constantine joins us. Hello again, Steven.
Hello, Steven.
Hello, guys. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, good.
Thanks for inviting me on the show.
Hey, you're
It's a
welcome.
pleasure. So, I mean, you must have been chuffed. The club that you played a small part in, finding themselves in this situation, playing Champions League football.
Yeah, it's amazing, really, what the transformation that has. What has transpired in the last 4 years. So a lot of credit to the owner, Sergei Lamakina, and of course Roman Dubov, the chairman, done a great job.
It was two clubs that merged, wasn't it, there in 2014 to form a Paphos FC. And do you know much of their sort of history? I suppose you kind of caught up with some of it when you were out there.
Well, the original two teams was Abob and Evagoras.
Mm-hmm.
They were the two teams in Paphos, and obviously they were both struggling in the modern era of Cypriot football, I would say. And the opportunity came for Mr. Lamakina and Roman Dubov. They combined the two teams, and Paphos has one team, and I think that's great because everybody in Paphos supports Paphos.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of one of the two teams. So it's fantastic.
I was thrown by the F because I thought it was a
PH. I thought it was a PH.
Speaking of George, one of our team was saying, no, that's the way it should be. The F is right.
Yes, you're right. You're correct.
Yeah, but there shouldn't be that much of a surprise on that result last night because to get here, they've beaten Maccabi Tel Aviv, Dynamo Kiev, and Red Star Belgrade to get to this point. So they're obviously no mugs.
And made a statement signing in a man. Look, he's well the wrong side of 30, but David Luiz has been there and done it, and he was out there last night, wasn't he? And I'm sure his experience played a part when they found themselves down to 10 men.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very experienced player, but he only lasted, I think, 18 minutes or something like that, which is, I'm not quite sure what the problem was, but hopefully he's back. And to touch on your points, they won away the 3 previous games. I attended the home games against Red Star Belgrade and Dynamo Kiev, and really they were very, very good value for both those results. And getting through to the final. And I was a bit disappointed with Olympiacos last night, but I think when you're playing 10 men at home, you really should take advantage. But Paphos defended really well and showed a great resilience, and I think they're going to cause a few teams some trouble.
They have got some tough games, though, haven't they, Stephen? They've got although Bayern at home, what a night that will be for the home fans.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Paphos will win that 2-0.
Yeah, but
no. It's for Paphos to be in the Champions League. I mean, they won the league last year and the cup the year before, and I think they could have won both of those a little bit sooner. But there you go. They're in a great position now, and I think. Seeing Olympiacos, Bayern, Chelsea, Villarreal, Monaco, Juventus, Slavia Praga, these are games that, for teams like Paphos are once in a lifetime. But I don't think it'll be once in a lifetime. I think they'll be back.
Excellent. Well, we wish them well. And what about you, Stephen? You were managing Pakistan, you've managed India and Rwanda, lots and lots of different nations as well as club side. So what are you up to at the moment?
Well, at the moment, I finished with Pakistan a few weeks ago, and waiting for the next opportunity. Yeah. So basically, waiting for somebody to get sacked so we can get a job.
Yes, that's the way it works in football. That's
how it is. Yeah.
Laid bare, basically, by a manager.
And also counting the stamps in your passport. You've been absolutely everywhere, Stephen.
Yeah, that's it. That's true.
Except last year, I was supposed to go to the US last year to do some coach education and some training with some teams, and they wouldn't let me in. So.
Oh wow!
Oh right, okay.
Yeah. I had to reapply.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's getting tougher these days.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Stephen, good to talk to you.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thanks for joining us. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Steven Constantine there, so well-travelled coach, one time at Paphos. That'd be a good story. We're going to keep an eye on our Paphos. Yeah. Bayern will be in town next.
I'm surprised Georgia, our producer, hasn't got a shirt.
What, the Pafos? She was chuffed. She was chuffed that they got the result today. Anyway, Alex Crook's going to join us. Going to get the very latest on what's going on with this Slaven Bilic story that we brought you earlier on today at West Ham. And Robbie Mulhern from Lee Leopards ahead of the final round of regular season games in Super League Rugby League.
We understand Slaven Bilic is a shock contender to return to West Ham if the club decides to get rid of Graham Potter. The West Ham board aren't happy with recent results, 3 league defeats in 4 this season. Our chief football correspondent is Alex Crook.
They see themselves as a top half of the table team. They look a long way short of that at this moment in time. And Potter's own record, 6 wins in 24 games, 25%. That isn't really enough to keep any manager in a job.
Now, what really happened before Diego Simeone's red card at Anfield? These talkSPORT callers say they were there. One told White and Jordan things got heated when kids started filming an Atleti member of staff.
He took exception to being filmed. He started smashing the phones out the kids' hands onto the floor.
When Van Dijk scored, us the fans thought we had the last laugh. And that's when we kicked off that day. They were out screaming and shouting and jumping up and down.
Simeone says he was abused. Now another Madrid staff member's been accused of spitting at a Liverpool fan. Meanwhile, Wycombe Wanderers say they've parted ways with head coach Mike Dodds and assistant Pete Shuttleworth. Wycombe have lost 5 from 8 in League One. And England welcome back Ellie Kildunn for their Rugby Union Women's World Cup semi-final with France on Saturday. The World Player of the Year missed their quarter-final with concussion but has passed medical checks. France are missing 2 key players, including their captain. There's more at talksport.com.
Good afternoon, Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT. talkSPORT brought you a bit of breaking news earlier on today. Bit of a whisper we've heard that Slaven Bilic could be potentially returning to West Ham.
Right.
Tom Rennie, Tom Rennie, who's a West Ham fan, saw the news coming in once we broke it, and he said this. This would be an insane thing to do, he said on Twitter. West Ham are in desperate need of a change of direction. This is a shambles. Either get Nuno or back Potter. I think he's way out of his depth, but I didn't hire him. I'm so tired with this 90s style ownership, said Tom. Not happy. No. Despite the fact that Slaven has a great relationship with West Ham fans, he doesn't sound massively keen. Let's find out what the latest is on that with our chief football correspondent, Alex Crook. Hi, Crookie.
Hey, Crookie.
Afternoon, boys.
Yeah, so old Tom, he doesn't sound too enamoured. I know, I mean, you can. It just feels like one of those appointments. You think, oh, really? That's the. I mean, look, as I said, there is a great relationship with Slaven, and he's a very good manager. But it must feel like just going back again.
Yeah, I think it quite often feels like Groundhog Day when it comes to West Ham. Obviously, they had the situation with David Moyes where they fired him, rehired him. Didn't work out too bad. He did it first European trophy for a long time, and then obviously ended up parting company with him again. They brought in Julian Lopetegui, and they've tried a couple of times actually to bring in so-called more progressive coaches. They did it with Pellegrini as well, and that was an absolute disaster. So I guess on that basis, you can understand why quite often David Sullivan's go-to in crisis mode seems to be to return to the future. But I've got to say, I think West Ham fans will be divided about this potential return for Slaven Bilic, as well as he did in his first couple of years. 7th place in the last season at Upton Park, club record Premier League points tally on that occasion. 11th the following season, which is not too shabby either. And then it very quickly unravelled, and he has had a bit of a nomadic existence since then. I've got his CV in front of me. He's been to Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia before the big money really came in there. He had a brief spell at West Bromwich Albion, couldn't lead them to promotion. Then he went to Beijing, Watford, which was a disaster, but then not many managers last for too long at Watford. And his last job was actually back in Saudi Arabia at one of the lesser lights. So I can understand the concerns. What I can tell you is that Slaven Bilic will be keen to return. He's certainly a contender. And I think David Sullivan will be watching with interest the fan reaction when West Ham play Palace this weekend. They've lost a couple of big London derbies already. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that, Paul. And then they've got Everton away live on talkSPORT a week on Monday. And it would be ironic, wouldn't it, if it was a defeat to David Moyes that spelt the end for Graham Potter.
And not one but two international breaks coming up when, we know owners get sort of a itchy trigger finger. So not a great time for Graham Potter. I mean, what do you think is the likelihood that he loses his job?
I think he's on very dicey ground. I think he was at the end of last season. If you remember, when I first broke the news with you guys, I think it was on your show that Graham Potter had been lined up to come in. The initial idea from David Sullivan was a short-term contract until the end of the season. He ended up going back on that. He gave Graham Potter a long-term deal. My instincts tell me that if it was only a short-term contract, I'm not sure that Graham Potter would have even started this season. David Sullivan was having reservations at the end of last season because apart from that brilliant win that Potter masterminded at Arsenal in the London derby, results didn't really improve after he replaced Lopetegui. And I think his win percentage is worsened, if you like, only by Avram Grant. So statistically, he's the second worst West Ham manager in their Premier League history.
Wow. And the vibes aren't there either.
No, it's tough times for him. We'll keep an eye on that, Crookie. Thanks ever so much.
Cheers, guys.
There we are. So we'll look out for that Slaven Bilic potentially on his way back to West Ham.
I wonder who Crookie's source is on that. I don't know. I know he can't reveal his sources.
Of course he can't. Otherwise he'd have to kill.
Wonder if it's S. Bilic.
Wow. I don't know. It's Steven Constantine just giving us an insight into the way management works.
How they think.
Anyway, let's turn from football. It's time for this. Yes, good afternoon. It is Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker here on Talk.
Yes.
We turn to Super League.
Lovely.
And
I've enjoyed this Super League season, Paul.
Yeah.
It's been fun. And mainly because I know more about it.
Good. Well, that's
because
good.
We've been covering it.
It's been an education
for it's been great.
We get down at the final game of the regular season before the playoffs get underway, and Lee Leopards have had a cracking season. They play Huddersfield Giants on Friday night. with a playoff place assured, a home after last week's win against Saints, a home playoff spot as well.
Very good.
Joining us now, their prop, Robbie Mulhern. Hi, Robbie.
Hey, Robbie.
Hi, boys. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a cracking season for the club, hasn't it? And as I say, in the way the playoff structure works, to get a home playoff is great.
Yeah, it's huge. I think since we got promoted 3 years ago and we had the rebrand from the Centurions to the Leopards, I think the club's just been on the up. And I think this year we've it's the highest points we've ever got in the regular season. So yeah, things are really looking good. And like you say, that home semi-final is massive.
You don't know you're playing yet, do you? Because obviously there's sixth place still up for grabs, isn't it?
Yeah, sixth place is up for grab, but it's looking like likely Wakefield will have it. They've got Salford in their last game. Obviously, it's being well documented, their troubles at the minute. So you would expect Wakefield to claim that sixth spot, but I suppose anything can happen.
This is the thing in a few games, certainly in this later part of the season, there's been a few matches that have, the old tail has wagged a bit. Teams you thought would get turned over have put on a performance, so you just never know, do you?
Yeah, exactly. I think you just look at Wakefield's performance last week against Hull KR. I don't think many people saw that coming. I think they went in 26-0 at half-time, which was a massive shock considering how well Hull KR have been playing. And yeah, there's been lots of shock upsets all year. And I think that's what makes the competition so enjoyable, so watchable.
The other thing with Hull KR is that it's actually still gone down to this final round. The Shield is not theirs yet. I mean, Wigan have kept them on their toes, despite the fact they've more or less been top all season.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show how important it is to perform all year. Like you say, at KR at one point looked like they were going to romp home, and then Wigan, I think they missed Bevan French for a while, but since he's been back, they've gone to another level. They've been playing really, really well. So, like I say, anything could happen, but I think the smart money probably would be on KR getting that Shield, considering that they've got Warrington tonight, and we're going to play in a very informed Leeds team tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, your game is a case in point. Huddersfield Giants, who haven't had their greatest season, you're at home. You want to finish strong, but as you said, it's a tough sport and you can't take anything for granted, can you?
Absolutely not. And I think if you look at Huddersfield's second half of the season, it's much better than the first. They've still got some amazing players, and it's Leroy Cudjow's final game for him. He's been an amazing player over the years for Huddersfield, so I'm sure they'll be wanting to put on a performance to him and try and send him out with a win. So, we're under no illusions that it's going to be a very tough game.
And for you personally, Robbie, your second season at Lee Leopards and looking towards an England call-up for the Ashes, you feel like you've had a good season?
Yeah, third season actually.
I apologise.
Nah, it's all right. Yeah, I think I've been playing well. I suppose I've done all I can. I've missed the odd game here and there with a couple of niggly little injuries, but on the whole, my form's been good. So, I've put myself out there. Yeah. So if I get picked for the Ashes series, then unbelievable. But if not, just time to rest up and then get ready for next year. Yeah,
it's now only a month or so off, and it not long now to the Ashes.
Yeah, I think it's less than a month until the grand final. So yeah, it's probably like five weeks or so, 6 weeks until the first game.
I've noticed a lot of the union guys have mullets. A lot of the league guys have moustaches, which of course you've got as well, Robbie.
And a bit of a mullet.
The double whammy. I don't know if you saw any of the Champions League last night, but Antoine Griezmann's hair was absolutely incredible, and the back of the mullet was insane. I'd like to see that on you next season, Robbie.
To be fair, last year I had the real Joe Dirt mullet going on. It was a lot longer than this. I turned 30 and I thought it's time to smart myself a little bit.
And as you said, the playoffs just around the corner, and potentially a grand final if it goes well. And I was at the Challenge Cup final when Lee won it a couple of years back, and Derek, I'll take you be digging out his cup final suit. Will he? I'm sure he wears it quite often, but
I reckon if we get to the final, he'll be spending the big bucks and getting another nice outfit in him. I don't think he's the sort of guy to outfit repeat.
So we went up to Warrington and did a show a couple of seasons back, and Derek came along and had a chat. He is larger than life. Does he pop? He's the owner, Derek Beaumont. Does he pop down and have a chat with you boys in the dressing room?
Yeah, every now and again. I think not so much before the games, but every now and again he'll come in afterwards. But he's always around the place, say what you want about him, but he's one of the most dedicated blokes I've come across in the sport. He's a real workaholic. He's always not even just for Lee as well. He gets a lot of criticism, but I think he genuinely wants to see the game grow and do well. And he's someone who's not afraid to put his ideas out there. So I think it's easy to criticise, when you sat on the sidelines and not having a dig or having an input, but he's putting himself out there. Some of his ideas might not come off, but at least he's trying to make positive changes.
Yeah, and the Lee Leopards momentum is only going one way, isn't it? So he's doing something right.
Good stuff.
Definitely.
Robbie, good to talk to you. Best
Thanks,
luck
Robbie.
Tomorrow, and for the playoffs, thanks very much.
Nice, lads. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Robbie Mullow there from Lee Leopards. They find themselves in the playoff, and they'll find out for sure who they've got. After the game,
can't really take it easy in a game of rugby league.
No, you can't. As I said, there's been a few outlier results where you think, well, they'll beat them and they'll beat them. But
no,
it's a tough old sport.
Yeah.
As we said, we'll the Ashes as well, just around the corner. Very much looking forward to that.
Exciting.
At the grand final at Old Trafford. Non-league football, we're talking next. Joseph Pope joins us, author and Torquay fan. Whatever happened to them?
Another one.
Diamonds in the rough, non-league football's biggest success stories. We'll look at some of the players, the breakout players.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many.
Plenty of those, yeah, brilliant. The beauty of the pyramid, Paul.
Indeed. Joseph Pope joins us very shortly. We're here with Tool Station. Next up, Tool Station. Now, in the latest episode of talkSPORT's Daily European... talkSPORT Daily, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, I should read that, but I could do some commas. In the latest episode of talkSPORT Daily, European football... I'm Mark, you got a red pen.
Do it as you go, Paul.
European football expert Kevin Achar joins Ollie Klink to discuss why we're so obsessed with Jose Mourinho and whether he should still be considered the special one. Ollie had some stats that suggest otherwise.
It's interesting because you've already mentioned almost the managed decline of Jose and his style and whether it still is relevant in football today. Some of the stats seem to kind of back that up because he last won that league title back in 2015. Since then, he's managed over 400 matches without winning a league title. He won 8 league titles in his first 10 full seasons. He's won 0 in his last 9 full seasons. Before he joined Manchester United in 2016, even, he'd won 22 trophies, 6 at Porto, 6 at Chelsea, 5 at Inter, 3 at Real Madrid and 2 in his second spell at Chelsea. He's only managed to win 4 trophies since he joined Manchester United in 2016.
There we are. So if you want to hear the boys' in-depth discussion at whether Jose should still be considered the special one, make sure you tune in to the latest episode of the talkSPORT Daily podcast, available on all the usual podcast platforms, as well as the talkSPORT app.
Isn't it that he actually never said he was the special one, Paul? I think he said he was a special one.
Yeah. But, no one's interested in I am a special one. Diamonds in the Rough is a new book by Joseph Pope.
Oh, yeah.
Non-league football's biggest success stories.
Oh, yeah.
On the cover, front and centre, is Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
Our own Stuart Pearce, of course, features.
Of course, Wealdstone, yeah.
Wealdstone player. Our own Troy Deeney on the back.
There he is.
Who got picked up playing Sunday mornings.
You know where Jamie Vardy made his Leicester City debut, do you, Paul?
No.
At Plainmoor, Paul.
Really?
Versus Torquay United in the Cup.
Wow. Well, I commiserate. Joseph Pope joins us now, the author of the book. Hi, Joseph.
Hey, Joseph.
Hi there, thanks for having me on.
Welcome, Yellow Army.
Yeah, indeed, Yellow Army. How many of the big boys have played for Torquay?
Oh, the big... Kiefer Moore. Kiefer Moore's the one, isn't he, Joseph?
Yeah, Kiefer Moore's in the book, and I suppose that is the one that stands out. We haven't had a fair share of them, to be honest, but obviously there's loads from non-league that have gone on and had success over the years.
I was looking at the book. The question that I had, you put to Aaron McLean, and you said, now, what is it about non-league football that sets you up for a career in the majors? It's an interesting question, isn't it? It's probably worth... What did he say to you?
He said it was obviously a fantastic opportunity for young up-and-coming players to perhaps get the minutes that they perhaps wouldn't do otherwise at higher levels, and basically being chucked in at the deep end, and that's the best way to learn, I suppose. And that's why we see so many young players coming through that have taken their first steps in non-league, because that's a fantastic environment to hone your craft, as Aaron did.
I mean, also having another job. Most of the guys, Stuart was a spark, wasn't he? He was an electrician.
I suppose it's a thing of fighting your way out of something, rather, like a boxer would, or rather than sort of it all being laid on for you from an early age. You fight.
Well, some kids at 7 now know that it's all going to be laid on. If this is pathway for them, and if they do make it, they just they don't know what it's like maybe to do another job or be in the muck and bullets of non-league football.
Yeah, it gives you that extra sort of want to do well, I suppose. And obviously it gives you that bigger drive to be successful. You look at the likes of Charlie Austin. He was working on a building site before he made it big with the likes of Swindon, and obviously in the Football League with Burnley and QPR, etc. So, yeah, I think it can be beneficial having that sort of second job and trying to make it as a footballer alongside that.
Yeah, one of the teams that regularly takes strikers, or the top striker, or the second top striker from the National League and the National League South and North is Peterborough United. They'll often sort of give them a go, won't they? Sort of, and I think did John Still used to do that as well. I think he's in your book as well. That there's certain managers who fall in love with it and go, oh, this is a way of us getting players maybe on the cheap, but that might work out.
Yeah, so I spoke to John Still in the book. He's obviously the one that really stands out as having a long tradition and history of bringing through these young strikers. Obviously, Dwight Gale, you mentioned, was on the cover. He was the one that sort of brought him through at Dagenham, having first seen him in Essex and gave him his big chance, and got players like Paul Benson as well that have gone on under him. But yeah, Peterborough are sort of the leading light, as you will, of giving players a chance. They've just signed Cairo Lisby from Braintree, formerly of Cray Valley Paper Mills. And yeah, going back through the years, there's so many. Aaron McLean, you talked about, Craig McHale-Smith, George Boyd.
And some of them work out and some of them don't. I think Shimanga, wasn't it, was a few seasons ago, was scoring hatfuls in the National League, and I think Peterborough came in for him and it sort of went okay, didn't it? But he may have found his level. Yeah, potentially. Obviously, he got that move to the Football League and he remains a Football League player today, albeit perhaps not having kicked on like your Dwight Gales and your Jamie Vardy's, Your Jamie Vardy's,
The thing is, there's often a snobbery about it. I remember years ago we signed Tottenham signed Peter Beadle. If you remember Peter Beadle back in the day. Yeah.
Who did you sign him
from? Margate.
Okay.
And it might have been David Pleat who signed him, but he came in and went to from Margate to Tottenham.
That's a big step.
A lot of people looking down their nose saying, well, what the hell's going on here? But forgetting that we signed one of our finest players for many years, Graham Roberts from Weymouth. So there is a bit of a snobbery, isn't there, sometimes, Joseph?
Yeah, absolutely. I think because it's seen as non-league, I think that non-prefix almost suggests that there's a deficiency of some sort. But I look at it a different way. I think non-league's fantastic. It's a great environment for all these young players who perhaps haven't made it at academy level, higher in the pyramid, to hone their craft. And yeah, there's so many good players, increasingly so as we go through the years, that are making that step up.
Fantastic. And well done to those scouts who go and watch those matches and can spot the kind of real talent.
Well, it's always the next Ian Wright. It was for a while, wasn't it? Who can find the next Ian Wright? But now it's the next Jamie Vardy. But yeah, fantastic. How are you feeling about the season, Joseph, at Torquay United? It'd be nice to win an away game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. Positive. I think we're in a good space. Obviously, a couple of injuries at the moment. Haven't really got going. And to be sitting fourth, having not really got going, it's not half bad, is it? So, we got a good manager in Paul, and we're heading in the right direction.
See, that's the kind of positivity I want from you, rather than relentless.
I disagree with some of the things he said, so I'm not going to say it on national radio.
He's too negative, Joseph. Keep believing. Don't stop believing, I believe the phrase is. Diamonds in the Rough, non-league football's biggest success stories by Joseph Pope, is out now, published by Pitch. Good to talk to you, Joseph. Thank you.
Cheers, Joseph.
Cheers.
Up the goals.
There we are. There's Joseph Pope there. Still to come this afternoon, we're going to be joined by Rebel MC and Double Trouble. Still very much
Double
in the
Trouble
music
and the Rebel
industry.
MC.
Still
Get up,
making
the MC has started.
Still street tough, almost certainly. And one of them is a football agent.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. So looking after Raheem Sterling, amongst others, at the moment. So that we'll have a bit of a football chat as well when they pop in. Birthday spread for you. That's all to come. birthday spread coming up in the final hour, but Will Hobbs is here with the sports headlines.
talkSPORT Sports Update, powered by the Nissan Van Range. Commercial vehicles built around your business. Search Nissan Vans or head to your local Nissan Van Centre.
Thank you, Paul. Good afternoon. It is his pre-Palace press conference. Graham Potter says he needs a bit of time to turn around West Ham's home form in particular, but says the sample size isn't very big when it comes to his record overall. 6 wins from 24 games, that is. This comes as we understand Hammers owner David Sullivan is considering calling back Slaven Bilic, who achieved the club's highest ever Premier League points record in their final season at Upton Park. We know Bilic would be keen on the move. Here he is 3 weeks ago, speaking to White and Jordan about David Sullivan.
He's not the one who likes to sack managers. He likes to give them. But on the other hand, as whole West Ham, also him, it's difficult not to get into those, I am saying that it's a panic zone, but into that kind of environment that is completely negative.
Meanwhile, we're less than 5 hours away from 2 mammoth Champions League commentaries on talkSPORT this evening. On the main channel, it's Newcastle hosting Barcelona for the first time since 2003. Former striker Micky Quinn is expecting Nick Voltemada to make a name for himself tonight.
A goal, on his debut, because a lot of pressure coming with that. He's only 22, 70-odd million pounds worth, so he has settled in. Gordon and Alanga, plenty of pace there up front. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think Newcastle are going to go at them straight from the start.
Kickoff is at 8, of course, over on talkSPORT 2. It's subplots aplenty at the Etihad for City versus Napoli. King Kevin De Bruyne's returning, Rasmus Højlund, Donnarumma's playing against international teammates, and can Antonio Conte maintain the upper hand in his head-to-head record with Pep? Here's Italian expert Danielle Fisichella.
He's going to balance being entrepreneurial with being a little bit cautious as well. One thing for sure, Conte is really proud. He's got his chest puffed out, and a chest where the Scudetto of the champions lies. So, comes back to England and say, hey guys, see what I achieved since I wasn't with you.
Very tasty indeed. Make sure to check out our talkSPORT Daily podcast as well. It dives into the question, is Jose still the special one? You can find it in all the usual places.
talkSPORT News.
Donald Trump's hailed the unbreakable bond between the UK and the US, and 2 teenagers will appear in court charged in connection with a cyber attack on Transport for London. Amelia's back at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. At QuickFit, we're all about keeping you safe on the road. With our comprehensive motor insurance, we're here for every journey. Search QuickFit Motor Insurance to find out more.
Another unsettled afternoon, cloudy, showers and some longer spells of rain, especially in the north and west.
Weekend preview on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. For more racing tips, check out their podcast, From the Horse's Mouth, with Ruby Walsh and our own Paddy Power. The podcast for racing fans, by racing fans. T's and C's apply. 18 plus BWO.org.
Just before we look at the weekend's racing with our good friends at Paddy Power, Will Hobbs has stuck around because he hit us with a football joke.
And it was a banger.
It was good. And we thought, is that doing the rounds? And
is that on Twitter? Is that something you've stolen, Will?
It's he's writing his own material.
He's coming up.
That's where the money is, Charlie. Write your own material.
Wrong place here.
Will, give us your football joke.
Come on, Will.
I feel like Marlin in Finding Nemo when he's a clownfish and they all the dads at school tell us a joke then, are you funny?
Yeah.
But it's a good luck. It's a good joke, Will.
Okay,
and this is the professional comedian, Charlie.
Down. This feels like a big moment. Okay, so why is Benjamin Sesko often called Benjamin Tesco?
I don't know, Will. Why is Benjamin Sesko often called Benjamin Tesco?
Because he's big on price and little on quality.
Oh, very nice. I mean, it's got a bit of a burn in there as well.
Yeah.
When you said little on quality, did you mean little as in the supermarket, like Tesco is a supermarket?
Because cleverly, Tom
Cleverly, he's in the joke as well.
Well, potentially. So the Lidl tag is big on quality, little on price. And so we heard the Lidl advert in the ad break.
More than one supermarket gets a mention as well.
Yeah.
So That's good. I like it.
It's very good.
It won't make you very popular with Manchester United fans, but
am I more popular than Benjamin Sesko is?
Yeah.
What he should have done was
Doubling
get
down.
Ali McCoist to tell it on breakfast.
Yeah.
They'll all lose their minds.
Tell it to Ali.
It'll go. Sell it to Ali.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll lose their minds.
Yeah.
And you'll go viral for it.
I'll serve it up to
Brilliant.
McCoist.
Serve it.
Ali might nick it.
Ali will nick it. I'll put it on the telly.
He
Put it on the telly.
He's not that kind of lad.
Okay. Thanks, Will.
Thank you very much,
No
Will.
problem.
That was good.
That was good.
Anyway, let's get all the very latest from Ryan McHugh from Paddy Power. I don't know if he's a Manchester United fan. Are you, Ryan?
Are you, Ryan?
No, Arsenal.
Yeah. You'll love that gag then, won't you?
Lovely joke.
You nearly signed him. Good job. You got a Yorker as gag for us, Will. See if you can come up with one.
Crawling out of the studio, literally on his hands and knees.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. Yeah, let's crack on then. What's our racing like this weekend?
Yeah, 9 races live on ITV this Saturday, lads, coming from both Newbury and Ayr. Ayr host their 8-race Ayr Gold Cup card, and this year's Ayr Gold Cup looks as wide open as ever at $3.35. We're paying 6 places to each way bets online, and last time out winner Northern Ticker heads the betting at around 5-1 at the moment with ourselves. For me in the race, I thought Strike Red at a bigger price was one to be interested in. He handled soft ground very well, and off just £1 higher than his Stewards Cup second at the beginning of August, I thought he had a chance. Elsewhere at Ayr on Saturday, the 150 is the Doonside Cup. 6 goes to post in this, and although Liberty Lane must give weight away to all his 5 rivals, he's been contesting some good races of late, and trainer Carl Burke is running at a 24% strike rate in the last couple of weeks. He had a big winner at Leopardstown last weekend as well at Irish Champions Weekend. Over at Newbury, they host a couple of group races to quickly mention. The first of those at 1:30, it's the Dubai World Trophy Stakes over the minimum distance of 5 furlong. Montesib has some good form fresh from a break and loves this slower ground, so he looks to one to be on at around 3-1, although he's never ran over 5 furlongs. I'm hoping that won't be an inconvenience to him. And finally, the Millreef Stakes is a 6 furlong 2-year-old Group 2 at 3:15 at Newbury on Saturday. Ultra impressive debut winner Into the Sky is the 15-8 favourite with ourselves currently for that one. But Words of Truth for the Godolphin team, I thought might have too much experience for that one, is around a 5-2 chance with ourselves at the moment. But really competitive action all weekend, lads, at Newbury and Ayr.
Fantastic. Thank you very much,
Thank you, Ryan.
Cheers, lads.
Ryan McHugh there from Paddy Power. Remember, if you want to keep up with all the latest racing news, Paddy Power's From the Horse's Mouth podcast is available every week, and you can download the latest episode from your usual podcast provider now. 18 plus begambleaware.org.
Weekend preview on talkSPORT with Paddy Power. For more racing tips, check out their podcast, From the Horse's Mouth, with Ruby Walsh and our own Paddy Power. The podcast for racing fans, by racing fans. T's and C's apply. 18 plus begambleaware.org.
That reminds me, Charlie, every time I hear about Ayr races, many years ago when Andy and I were doing this show, we had a competition. And we used to use this phrase, later on in the show, answer this question, you can go through and win this prize.
Yeah.
And I said, we're taking 2 callers to Ayr. So we did the competition, and the fellow that won it, and I said, well, Dave, I say he was Dave. I said, congratulations, Dave. He said, oh, thanks, lads. He said, I love my racing. I've never been to Ayr. Me and Andy were looking at each other.
Oh, no.
And we said, oh, no, mate, you want a Sega Mega Drive or something? And he went, oh, I thought I was going to Ayr.
Nice day out he was looking forward to.
He's got his tickets and his
you have a nice day out.
Yeah, so I think we rephrased it after that.
Oh, there we are. Take you to Ayr.
I felt like we should have taken him to Ayr.
It's like taking someone to Lou, or 2 days in Lou, isn't it?
Yes, 2 days in Lou.
2 days in Lou.
That'd be nice, lovely part.
No, it's just 2 days off, mate. That's all.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of tech sport about artists and painters.
Yeah, this is because
and all sorts of art-based material.
There is a big fight coming up at Christmas.
Yes.
And it features
Alan Picasso. Isn't he on the...
Anued, a fantastic fighter, of course.
Yeah.
And he takes on Mexico's Alan Picasso. And we thought it was a bit like Dave Da Vinci and sort of Keith Rubens. And it's like a pretty down-home name and a famous artist. And which ones have we had?
Well, we've had people have taken it on board and they've started doing footballers as well.
Yeah, okay.
Art footballers, which I know is not what you are. I know you didn't want that, but that's what's happened. Let me find some.
Yeah.
Terry Da Vinci and Son.
Yeah.
Painters. Painters and decorators. Terry Da Vinci.
If you were the Da Vinci fan...
Assisting you with your decorating.
Oh, he's done all the side of the van. No job too... no ceiling too small.
Exactly. No one ever talks about the floor of the Sistine Chapel, do they, Paul? It's always a shame, I think. But it's like
lovely
mosaic in there.
Chris Lautrec. it's the down-home name and the artists. Mick Sully's got a good one.
Oh yeah, go on.
He said, my mum's mate's surname is Constable.
Oh, yeah.
But unfortunately, his first name is John. So that doesn't quite work, although it kind of does.
Nearly does.
It's just actually the artist. Thank you, Mitch.
Just checking you weren't being Simpson then, Paul.
No.
No,
of course not.
No. A few variations on this joke, which I liked. This is from Ray the Angry Hammer.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. I predict Picasso will hit the canvas first round. Hit the canvas.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
There we are. It's very nice,
Bob in our
wasn't
bro
it?
says hopefully Picasso would end up with his nose on the side of his face. That's very true.
That's very funny.
Yeah.
I had a similar one to that, which was from Vin in Coventry. If Charlie needs another topical art joke, I don't. I'm not looking for art jokes.
Yeah.
Paul, but here's one from Vin in Coventry.
Yeah.
I think how about I was at a Picasso exhibition the other day, and a man came up and asked if he could have a word in my eye.
It's not bad.
It's quite funny, isn't it? I enjoyed that, Vin.
Not bad.
Very nice. And you ask him what stopped being funny after our bloke who's growing his hair, Man United fan.
This is your man. Yeah,
who's his name? I can't remember his name.
He looks like Hair Bear now, doesn't he? For one for the kids.
Going to grow his hair
until United win 5 games in a row.
Feels a lot. They haven't won 2 in a row for a while.
Yeah. Producer's helpful. He says Frank something. Whatever we say, not going to make the bloke feel special, is it? Really?
Frank Hair.
I don't think it is. Is it Frank? Is it? I'll come back to it.
Give us a call if you listen.
Frank Hair sounds like someone who's in a punk band.
You've said what stopped being funny.
It was Frank, not Frank Ifield. Frank Eilert.
Frank Ifield.
Frank Eilert.
Frank Ifield was good. Can you get the producers to find some Frank Ifield?
We're not playing this.
Yes, just taught me to yodel, yodel, yodel.
Yeah, and he says that's good. He wants to kind of get Andy back in the zone.
What stopped being funny? The funny names at the end of clips of the week, Paul.
Oh yeah, I'm agreeing with you there.
And that's from Shy Ted.
Yes, exactly.
I left a gap.
I guess
so. I couldn't be told off.
Well done, yeah.
Harry, I bought my house.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Off a woman.
Is that it? Oh, big head.
Work on it.
Oh yeah.
I work on it. Don't open with it. I bought my house off a woman who was called Tracy Chapman.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Neither an artist nor a man.
Who then introduced myself to the neighbours. I found out I also lived next door to Barry White. Barry White and Tracy Chapman in the same street.
Didn't ask for it, didn't want it.
Don't want it.
Nothing to do with artists, nothing to do with Kevin Picasso.
Dominic's been in touch. Does Charlie Baker want to be walk-on mascot for Torquay away at Salisbury on the 4th of October?
Drive-on mascot? No.
Away.
Oh, away.
At Salisbury on 4th of October. No.
Would you want to do it? Hold hands with Moxie, walk out in the pit.
He's not there anymore.
Oh, isn't he? Oh, that's a shame.
He's at Tiverton Town.
He is good player.
Pure class.
Good player.
Pure class.
Yeah.
Can we have Claude Monalele? Didn't ask for him, did you?
Didn't ask for those.
Didn't want them.
Somebody said like Kevin Gowdy. We didn't ask for architects either. Just put the work into it. You could have Frank Lloyd Wright, which actually would work.
Frank Lloyd Wright,
but isn't an artist. Anyway, let's move on.
All right.
Because we're going to be joined by Double Trouble and the Rebel MC.
Oh, yeah.
They have new music out. And, we're going to be... One's Congo Natty, people will know, of course. A stalwart at many a festival.
The godfather of jungle.
The Rebel MC. And Double Trouble also doubles as a football agent, looking after the likes of Raheem Sterling, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and others. So not just music we're discussing in a few moments' time. We're here with Tool Station, standing behind every single tradesperson of Britain. Next stop, Tool Station.
Original pattern and style created in Jamaica. This is Ska. Put on your dancing shoes cause we'll be taking over. This is Ska. Satellite set it and put it on the level you must remember. This is Ska. International music, we set the trend as Prince for Ska.
That is... this is Ska.
We're done in right here today.
That was good.
Double Trouble.
Man, I'm take over.
Yeah. Double Trouble and the Rebel MC there. And yeah, we're joined by the Rebel MC and Double Trouble now in the studio. And amazing fellas, you have not done an interview together for 35 years. Wow. It's a great honour to have you back together.
But you've to be here too.
You've kept in touch, Lee. I mean, you've kind of stayed mates.
Definitely, we've been friends and family for years. That will never change. And you know, even Rebel's daughter Kaya Fire is here with us today, and she's singing on the record.
Yeah.
So we've been on slightly different journeys together, but we've been really good friends, haven't we?
Music.
Congo Natty is also, people will know you as from lots and lots of festivals and stuff. So I mean, you've kind of gone in a different path.
Well, it's more like a growth.
Yeah.
Because where we were, say 35 years ago, we were growing into where we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just been a journey of growth, you know what I mean? And then no silverware for so long.
Yeah.
We couldn't actually come back and do an interview till we got the silverware.
Taking all that time. Nearly,
That's why it's
Talk me through how you met in the first place and how your big hit initially, Street Tough, how that came about.
Okay, well that's haven't got enough time to go through those very detailed about it. Basically, I used to have a big studio where all the big dance acts started out from in South London. It's name checked by Rebel on this song called Noisegate Studios. It was all the pirate radios, even Kiss FM were pirates back in those days. Used to come and get the jingles from us. And one day Rebel came in saying he wanted to do a hip-hop tune. I said, no, Rebel, it's not hip-hop anymore. It's house music with rap on the top of it.
Yeah.
And let's mix and blend it. And I was always mixing other records over the top of it. I said, come on. Anyway, one day he refused to do it. And then one day he came in, he came in at 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, his eyes wide open. He said, I've just been to a rave, Lee. This is 1989. He said, 88, sorry. He said, everybody's going... Acid. Everybody's loving each other. It's not like hip hop where they're against everybody loves each other. So, and said, let's do it.
And off you went.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because, you know, the journey of music, as I said, it is a journey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you checked, say, Stormzy and Central C in 30 years from now, what would they be doing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, sure, the music will evolve, their stars will evolve. It's a bit like we said, we can bring it back to football. It's not being dogmatic, it's evolving, isn't it?
It's evolving.
Whether it's your tactics or your music.
Started playing out from the back all of a sudden.
Yeah, a bit like Ange did as we got the Bilbao Rebel, wasn't it? Now, the boys are where if you're not watching on TV, on Connect TV today or on YouTube, a Rebel is wearing his Tottenham scarf and his Tottenham shirt. And Lee is in he's in his Arsenal shirt.
Well done for saying
so
it. So
you still get on, though. It's great. It's still, you can get, I mean, of course, that's a silly thing. So we all get on. I've got Arsenal family and everything. You don't choose your family. But it's good. It's good that we can all be friends, isn't it? Despite the North London divide.
Once a couple of days have gone by after the derby, we can get back to being mates again. Start talking.
So the new song. Tell us a bit about how that.
This is Ska.
Is this the first new music you've done since those days?
Absolutely. This is the first song we decided to get together after we've all been doing our own things. And Congo Natty's been extremely successful on his side. I've been doing my bits and pieces as well.
You've worked in football, sort of brokering deals for players, different deals. You've worked with Raheem Sterling, you worked with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, some of the deals. So that was a bit of, what took you into that area after all those years?
There's a lot of overlapping these days, like where music and football, managing people's expectations comes into play. So I'm involved in music management and football management. I'm a FIFA licensed agent for the last 15 years. I even manage Rebel's son, who's an amazing hip hop producer, multi-million selling, Yo's beats, and he's so it's all kind of like overlapping. They're all into football, and all the loads of rappers that I've worked with, they
Yeah.
They want to be footballers, and loads of footballers want to be rappers, and it's all. I've been in the studio with footballers rapping. I won't tell you who they are, but
were they any good?
John Barnes. John Barnes. Yeah.
Rebel, you say music's a journey. So's parenting.
Yeah.
If both your children are in music, I'm assuming. I think you said your daughter Kaya Fire's on this single, and she's got an album out. Was that through you recommending that as a job for them, or just that it was always going to happen?
I suppose they've always been surrounded by music, haven't they? I suppose by osmosis it happens, doesn't it?
It's an organic vibe.
Yeah.
You know, my daughter, she was born in 1994, and she was born right at a time where jungle was surfacing, you know, on a commercial level.
Yeah.
So she's got an LP called 1994 out now.
Oh, great.
And she's the new generation of jungle. So that's it. Music is generational.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you the ska, ska is a revolution.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic.
Right? So it was around when, you know, it wasn't commercial. Ska was an underground music.
Underground music, yeah.
Until it got more commercialised as the Jamaicans started to come to the UK.
Well, it came out of the Midlands, didn't it? Because a lot of Jamaicans moved to the Midlands, and
that new wave of it.
The new wave of it, yeah.
Right.
When it got big in the country.
So we put the song together. We wanted to make a new version of it. Bring back Double Trouble in the Rebel MC, as everybody knew it, because obviously the big hits we had back in the day was Street Tough.
Yeah.
Just Keep Rocking, had those ska vibes to it. It's a happy tune, but it's a meaningful tune, but it's very relevant. It's not like old boys getting on it. We're relevant. We're out there. You know.
And you doing live stuff, fellas, as well? You're going to get out together and do some live stuff, or you're going to be mainly in the studio?
You know, good agent, like well, Congo's doing festivals and that, but we're looking to you know, maybe do some Double Trouble Rebel MC, but they're going to be very exclusive. You know, like to get us to get on the ripped jeans and all that again.
Yeah. Just for me, as someone who did a bit of work with Raheem, got a deal for him. It as a football fan as well, Lee, is it tough sort of looking at his situation now, where he's sort of in the bomb squad, and look, you know, he's still being well paid, but he probably wants to play football, doesn't he?
Yeah, just on that one, with somebody like Raheem, I've worked behind the scenes, so sometimes, in fairness, with the deals that I do, like, even the player sometimes doesn't even know I'm involved. Like, say, like I took Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to Turkey to Besiktas and brought him back, and I worked with his agent to get it done. Last week I was in Turkey. That's why I look about 10 years older today. Again, with another player, took Jezran Ratsaki to...
I thought your hair looked good.
I'm waiting for the teeth. That's going to be the next deal. I do a bit of teeth. But I took Jezran Ratsaki to Turkey last week, and in 3 days I had literally 6 hours. It's very hard, and it's hard to actually. It's a big wide world out there. We've seen players go and apply their trade abroad, and they've become better players. So we're saying to people, don't think Turkey's the end of the road for you. People do get signed.
Oh, yes,
from
a lot.
Turkey.
And it's become very lucrative, isn't it? The club are able to pay a lot more wages, so it's a good.
Not just the money, the experience. Yeah, all right.
It's a good place to play your football. We were talking about Galatasaray and the Champions League and their chances and stuff. So, well, look, I think we are going to play Street Tough. We're going to play out with that. And the new single, this is Scar. Is it available now, guys? We can download it.
It's out now. And I want to say it's livicated to my dad, who's a ska man.
Yeah,
he came from Kingston when he was 18, and that's the music he brought with him.
Okay,
that generation.
Yeah.
So it's a tribute to that generation who came here and built a whole infrastructure that we came into.
Yeah,
you know, musically and spiritually. You know, so I want to big up my dad and big up my mum because she's from Wales.
All right.
So the English and the Welsh and the Scottish and the Irish embraced Jamaica.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Yeah.
They embraced the music, embraced the culture, and it's just grown till now. We're just, you know, it's a oneness. So when we make this track is my daughter's on the track, Lee, you know, Blackout J.A., he's from Jamaica. So but we're all representing the UK. This is the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The UK has been redefined. basically.
Fantastic.
Well, it's great to see you both. It's lovely to have the first chat with you both for 35 years. Don't leave it another 35 years.
Thanks for having us.
Can you imagine?
It depends how Thomas Frank does, Paul.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the thing.
I think Ange put 35 years on us last year at times, Rebel. But anyway,
I think by then they would have legalised marijuana.
Yeah,
Don't hold your breath. Well, if you do, that's quite a nice technique, apparently.
Good idea. Apparently. Okay, we'll play out then with the boys' big hit, Street Tough. Lovely to see you both. Thank you
so much for
Double
having us.
Trouble
Really
and the
appreciate
Rebel MC.
One
Here we
love.
go.
Thanks for having us, brother.
Everybody shake your stuff. The rebels here and he's street tough. Everybody shake your stuff. The rebels here. Just keep.
We understand Slaven Bilic is a shock contender to return to West Ham if the club decides to get rid of Graham Potter. The West Ham board aren't happy with recent results, 3 league defeats in 4 this season. Our chief football correspondent is Alex Crook.
They see themselves as a top half of the table team. They look a long way short of that at this moment in time. And Potter's own record, 6 wins in 24 games, 25%. That isn't really enough to keep any manager in a job.
Now, what really happened before Diego Simeone's red card at Anfield? These talkSPORT callers say they were there. One told White and Jordan things got heated when kids started filming an Atleti member of staff.
He took exception to being filmed. He started smashing the phones out the kids' hands onto the floor.
When Van Dijk scored, us the fans thought we had the last laugh. And that's when we kicked off that day. They were out screaming and shouting and jumping up and down.
Simeone says he was abused. Now another Madrid staff member's been accused of spitting at a Liverpool fan. Meanwhile, Wycombe Wanderers say they've parted ways with head coach Mike Dodds and assistant Pete Shuttleworth. Wycombe have lost 5 from 8 in League One. And England welcome back Ellie Kildunn for their Rugby Union Women's World Cup semi-final with France on Saturday. The World Player of the Year missed their quarter-final with concussion but has passed medical checks. France are missing 2 key players, including their captain. There's more at talksport.com.
Paul Hawksbee and Charlie Baker here on talkSPORT.
Bit giddy today, Paul.
You are
a bit giddy.
You're a bit giddy. Anyway, it's time for the birthday spread. See if you can take that giddiness into the spread. A very simple game in which Andy Jacobs collates 10 birthdays from this week. And it's the job of myself and Charlie to try and guess how old the people are and he'll have a little joke attached to each one. Give us a bit of a laugh, bit of a chuckle. And a margin of error will build because we won't get them all right, obviously. So, and the one with the shortest margin of error is the winner. It's as simple as that. You normally let us know how you're getting on at half time. So let's crack on, shall we? Good afternoon, Andy.
Good afternoon, boys.
Afternoon, Andy.
Yes.
Apparently, I've got 8 new names for you this week.
Wow. 8 new names is some kind of record, I would imagine.
Yes.
Look at that. And there's the old Wisdons in the background.
Look at them, look there.
Wisdom collection he's got there in the background. Jeff Peters keeps score. Good afternoon, Jeff.
Good afternoon to you, lads. Charlie won last week, 17-11 this year to Paul, 101 to 60 overall. And feedback from the listeners, Ramprakash in the attic made a few people laugh, even though you gave me a lot of stick over that last week.
That was a good joke.
No, he just didn't explain the joke, what it was, Jeff.
Should you have to explain it? I can't remember the setup.
It was one of those. There's another waste of half an hour and a kid's game.
Okay, well, unless he wins, of course. So, Charlie... Oh, he's in the nerve centre. I wonder why it hadn't gone off. So
there was one of mine on February the 6th you didn't laugh at enough. I was quite upset.
Oh, goodness, not that you've remembered.
He's gone all Andy Zaltzman because the Wisdons are in the background. Yeah.
He's kept the date, Paul. He's written down February 6th. Charlie did not laugh enough.
Oh, yeah. When he breaks into your house one night in the Cape Fear style, he'll have a T-shirt with that date.
February 6th.
Yeah. Okay, then, let's rock and roll. Here's Pele and Sergio Mendes.
Okay, it's our old friend of the show, the great football commentating legend, Martin Tyler.
Martin, the voice.
The voice. Yeah. And we were on a radio show, actually, together, discussing the career of Torvill and Dean.
Oh, yeah.
I asked Martin what his favourite Jane and Chris routine was, and he replied, Bolero!
Bolero?
Yeah.
Have you seen...
Could have worn Bell
hold on,
on
Jeff's got something to say, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Quiet, everyone. Shh.
Go on, Jeff.
Have you seen cute photos of Martin when he was a baby?
No.
Oh, he was Bonnie. Bonnie Tyler. Sorry.
Oh, he's Bonnie Tyler.
He's a different person.
We have to put a lot more work into your game.
I think I'll have to turn around.
Oh, yeah.
And the quiz will fall apart.
Yeah, that's it. Harold Martin.
Is it me?
Yeah, you won last week.
Martin is 81.
That's a good guess. He doesn't look it, he doesn't sound it, but I'd say I'm going to push it. I'm going to 82.
He's 80.
Oh, sorry, Martin.
Happy birthday, Martin.
I feel bad now. He's probably listening.
Happy birthday, Martin.
I did say he doesn't look and he doesn't sound.
Do call in.
I'm off the Christmas card list. Happy birthday, Martin. So what's the scores, Jeff?
Paul 2, Charlie 1.
Okay, 2-1. Back to... We alternate, of course, so I lead us off. Andy?
Okay, it's the broadcaster and one-time guest of ours at Cheltenham, Sir Lloyd Grossman.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Lloyd Grossman.
Lloyd Grossman.
And we were playing, yes, right, we were playing in a charity match against an Arsenal Old Boys 11 when Lloyd put in a two-footed challenge on an Arsenal Invincible.
Oh, yeah.
He went through the Keown.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It's like Lloyd.
Jeff.
Older than you.
Jeff got anything? Was it a reversal, Jeff? Was it?
If I'd said that, you would have gone, yeah, and then what happened?
No, that was a good one, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't be bitter, Jeff.
Yeah. I'd say Lloyd must be. He's older than you think. I'd go. He's 72.
I think you're up in the right direction.
Yeah.
There, Paul.
Yeah. Go on.
74.
75.
Oh,
wow.
5.
70 what?
5.
What are you saying? 75? He's not
like
voicing from Moseley or something.
Yes,
There we are.
75.
75.
Yes.
Okay. What's the score? What's the scores, Jeff?
Paul 3 out onto 5. Charlie 1 out once again. He's on 2.
There we are.
Okay.
Very good.
Right. Back to Charlie and birthday number 3.
Okay.
Okay, it's the actor. You probably saw him in Emmerdale, Paul, while you were doing Harry Hill's show.
Yeah.
It's Patrick Mower.
Patrick Mower.
Yeah, great.
And his party trick is to carry me on his shoulders across the grass. I really enjoy a ride on Mower.
Oh, okay.
Very nice. Yeah, nice. Very
Could
nice.
have gone west. Good job it's not an Irish show. Yep.
Very good.
Yeah.
Patrick Mower.
Yes, there we are.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Josh Widdicombe. Currently on tour. Go and see him. With his duck-like laugh.
Yeah.
77.
Wow. I think Patrick Mower might be
blown
older.
it,
He doesn't look. No, you haven't
I've blown
it. No. But because he was, he's
okay.
not that much older. But I think he might be a bit older.
Okay.
83.
87.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah.
He's a grower, not a mower.
Indeed. Well, what's that done to the scores, Jeff?
Oh, yeah, I'm miles out there.
Paul 4 out onto 9. Charlie 10 out with his guess onto 12.
Okay,
so
not
Paul
bad.
leads by 3 after 3.
After 3, okay.
Okay.
So, on to birthday number 4, Andy.
It's the singer and musician from Aha, Morton Harkett.
Oh, yeah.
Harkett. He was participating in a white-collar boxing evening.
Oh, yeah.
And wanted to fight one of Brentford's huge black four. I said, don't be daft, Morton. You're never going to take on me. I messed that up.
Don't be daft, Martin. Don't be. It's a good job he didn't say the great
What it was.
commentator Morton Tyler.
Stan Mortensen.
Yeah, that's
Morton Tyler.
Yeah. Morton Tyler.
What it was he was excited about the punchline. It's what and he gets excited when he knows he's got a good joke.
Yeah.
No toppers from me on this one. I mean, I was hunting high and low for one. But
You have to know the album track.
You have to know the song
for that joke.
Album track. That would work. That was one of their biggest.
That would work at the Aha convention. That joke.
Wouldn't it be great, Jeff, if you, just after this you got a call from the Aha convention? They asked you to come along and do
Don't
that.
cry wolf, Jeff, whatever you do.
That's it, yeah.
I'm not getting a call.
What was it like, Jeff?
I called him Martin.
What was it like, Jeff? They beat the living daylights out of me. Anyway, what's that done to the scores?
We haven't guessed yet.
Oh, no, that's true.
You haven't guessed. Who is it?
Morton Harkett. I'd say he's 56.
Ooh, I'll get him. I'm going to say... I think you're in the right direction there, Paul. Yeah, 59.
64.
No, he looks good though, doesn't he?
Take on me.
Oh, no. 66. 66.
Oh, 66.
Sorry, I wrote it down wrong. 66, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Walking away.
Yeah. Well, I say walking. I walk some of the way. But 66 not that old. I'm not far for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Go on.
So,
listening to
I got a bus some of the way. I did walk some of the way. Okay, go on then.
Paul 10 out.
What's the score? Sorry, Jeff.
Paul 10 out. Charlie 7 out. So it is after 4. 19 all.
19 all.
Oh, really?
19 all. Okay, birthday number 5. We're heading at half time.
Okay, model and author. We once had her as a guest on the Jenny Eclair show, Sophie Dahl. Sophie Dahl.
Yeah.
We're such good friends. I can call her up any time, day or night. I've got her on speed dial.
Oh, that's marvellous.
Very nice. Sophie Dahl.
Sophie Dahl.
Yeah, married to Jamie Cullum, of course. Jamie
Cullum. Jamie
Nora
Jones. Nora Jones. Michael Bublé.
for dinner. They're all around.
Don't go.
Jamie's for dinner.
Down that road.
Sophie Dahl.
Katie Mellower.
Katie Mellower.
Bring Katie Mellower in. We're in the mare there.
She's a Dahl. It's the lentil based dish.
Lulu David.
Lentil based dish.
I'm sure there is a kind of Mornington Crescent style game.
Yeah.
In that.
You have to get to Katie Mellior.
But we have to work on that.
To work it out,
Michael Parkin.
Sophie Dahl, 45.
47.
48. Good guessing.
Very good.
So we go into half-time, Jeff, with the scores at what?
Paul 1 out, Charlie 3 out. Paul is on 20 and Charlie is on 22.
Okay, well, just suddenly turned.
I mean, I just
LA
turned
came
Jeff
up
down. Turn Jeff down, then, the
Jeff
producer,
down.
just in case he said anything other than the scores.
Even Bill's turned on Jeff on the decks. Turned his mic off.
Just turn him down in case he says anything.
So there we are, 2022. How are you faring today in the birthday spread? We'd love to know. talksport.com/H&J. You can text to 81089. You can tweet to TSH&J, TSHANDJ, and we'll bring you the best of your scores in a few moments' time. Of course, we're here with Tool Station. As always, stay one step ahead, whatever the job. Next stop, Tool Station. Yes, not long left to win that incredible prize. Tickets to see Oasis.
Yep. Anything else?
One lucky listener will win £25,000. I believe 9 a.m. tomorrow is the cut-off. So you haven't got long left.
Don't take it with you to the show, the 25 grand.
That wouldn't be a great idea.
I think you leave that at home.
Definitely. But what a fantastic prize.
Great prize.
How you can win it.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word Oasis to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission. Or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 338. All entries must be received by the 19th of September at 9 a.m. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion run on talkSPORT, Talk and Virgin Radio UK stations. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
A little bit of expected football news. Jose Mourinho is the new manager of Benfica.
Oh, very nice.
Just been confirmed. Good luck to him. 13 out in the spread, says Patrick. He's enjoying Andy's new material for his new gags.
Tim's been in touch. Tim from Devon. Hey, Charlie, this show is Brammer or Gert Good. I think I'm on around 18. I've lost count, though, laughing too much.
Oh,
that's good, isn't it? That's what we try and do.
Dance is on his way to Manchester, so he's enjoying the show.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
Dance, safe journey. He's out there
safe journey,
commentating on City versus Napoli tonight with Mickey Graves.
Oh, very nice. Dave Lambourne has been in touch. I don't know if that's Dave in Lambourne or Dave Lambourne. Yep. He's having a nightmare. He's 47 out.
Wow, that takes some
That's
doing.
not good. That's not good.
Brilliant.
That's it.
Max
So far.
Rushton is applauding.
Sorry?
Max Rushton is applauding. Only 47 out.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he can only dream of that.
Yeah, that's the world's worst player. Anyway, let's get underway then, second half.
Okay, I brought in Daddles in case anybody gets
Daddles the duck.
Daddles the duck. You put that across there like the bull in Bullseye when someone gets the spelling wrong.
Well, that's what used to do. That's what Daddles used to do on the screen.
Oh yeah,
Walk across the screen.
Yeah, that's right. When there was you'd accompany the batsman.
Oh, do stop it, Daddles.
Who needs Wallace and Gromit, eh? Who needs Nick Park? Right, come on then.
Oh, you were moving it with your hand, were you, Andy? I thought
amazing.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Okay,
here we go. Crack on.
It's the venture capitalist,
oh, yeah.
Sir Michael Moritz.
Oh, yeah.
Sir Michael Moritz. And his company actually supplies my electricity.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be able to operate any of my household appliances without Moritz volts.
Oh, nice.
That's very nice, isn't it?
I mean, venture capitalist could be any age, couldn't he? 67.
I think, no idea, Paul.
We Sam?
I don't want to go too far from you. 65.
71.
Ah, okay. Well, we didn't do too bad. Didn't do too bad, actually. What's that done to the scores, Jeff?
Good night. Paul, 4 out onto 24.
Yeah.
Charlie went Regal, 6 out onto 28. So 4 the gap,
4
to
in
play.
it. 4
Still a
in
good. To be slightly behind is.
That's good. Well, I've
if you
heard
haven't
that.
heard the game
Heard
before,
that,
we'll
Paul.
tell you why. Okay, back to Charlie, number 7.
Charlie, it's the jazz trumpeter Gerard Presenza. Gerard Presenza.
Gerard Presenza. He does his own posters, does he?
Gerard Presenza.
Yeah.
He says
In Italy.
His nephew.
Gerard Presenza. Jamie Cullum.
Yeah. Michael Bublé. Or George.
Katie Mellon.
No, you can't have Katie Mellon. Right, keep going.
His nephew used to have a show on the old talkSPORT, but he was terrible. One of the worst presenters we've ever had.
It's a long list.
Yeah. Right.
Who remembers this? Was it the Simon Stainrod phone-in?
Yes, that was short-lived. Who's on line 6? Well, nobody, Simon. You haven't opened the lines yet. Anyway, we'll move on. That's it's triggering.
For the completest.
Yeah, okay.
Gerard was worse than him.
Yeah, go on, keep going.
Gerard Presents. I've no idea. A trumpet player, Gerard Presents. It could be anyone.
Don't know him. Yeah, don't know him.
What does it? What do I get? A trumpeter called Gerard.
Yeah, go on.
66.
I'm not going to stray too far from you. 70.
53.
Oh,
That's
wow,
really
Charlie, I think it's game on again. Jeff's going to have to take your shoes and socks off to work this out. So
Paul 17 out, Charlie 13 out. It is once again 41 all.
41 all. What a game. What a game.
Birthday number 8 times a pressing. We have 4 minutes, gents.
3 to go. It's the architect. He designed the Shard, where you're opposite the building you're in at the moment.
Yeah.
It's Renzo Piano. Renzo Piano. And the last time I saw Renzo, he was in the Guinness tent at Cheltenham with Alan, Ray and Tom Waits.
Yes.
Renzo was absolutely hammered, and Tom said, the piano has been drinking.
Oh, that's good, yeah. If you know the work of Tom Waits.
The album tracks.
Yeah, great song. The album tracks, Renzo Piano,
Tom Waits.
78.
Yeah, you're about right there, Paul. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Was you 41 all? So I'm going to say 77.
88.
Oh, it's quite a canny game, this. Wow, it's a game of chess.
Paul 10 out, Charlie 11 out, Paul 51, Charlie 52. 1 in it, 2 to go.
Still in a very good position. Birthday number 9 for Charlie to lead us off, Andy.
Okay, the singer and guitarist Belinda Butcher. It says she did My Bloody Valentine. I don't know the song.
Okay.
Belinda Butcher. And I love to sit down, though, and listen to her music with a nice buttered bap. There's nothing better than a Roland Butcher.
I used to play in a charity. Oh, God.
Are you saying she wrote the song, she was in the band, or she played the song?
Bloody Valentine.
I don't know. I would imagine that's the band, isn't it? I don't know, actually.
Hey, what does
I
it
think
say?
it's the band,
I think it is the band. Yeah.
I'll read it all out. Exactly what it says in the Times.
Yes.
Belinda Butcher, comma, singer and guitarist, comma, My Bloody Valentine.
Yeah, that's the band. Yeah,
It's the band, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, what do you think?
Okay, yeah.
Charlie?
65.
I'll go 59.
64. It was nearly Dad's time there.
I wonder if that's put you in front.
That's no good,
Let's
is
find
it? That's
out.
put me in front. That's
Where
no
we
good.
at,
I
Jeff?
don't want to be in front.
Where are we
Paul
at?
5 out onto 56, Charlie 1 out onto 53. Charlie leads by 3. I once played in a charity football match with Belinda. It was music. I get musicians against ex-England cricketers. It was my job to mark Butcher.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. And how did you get on in the game?
Yeah. We haven't got time for that. Charlie. We haven't got time to find out how he got on in the game. So
my Roland Butcher got completely disregarded. Don't worry about it.
You're just sticking to cricket, both of you, which is good. Let's do it then. Charlie will have to lead us off because he's on the lowest score, which gives me an advantage.
Yeah, it's no good. It's no
Here we go.
Go on, then.
We've got less than a minute.
It's the historian and writer, Dame Linda Colley.
Yeah.
And she's a very decent person, which is why I got very upset when she was stood up by Molly King of the Saturdays. It was very sad to see good collie Miss Molly.
Oh, blimey. Blimey.
Dame Linda Colley, the historian.
Yeah.
No idea. I've got 3 to play with. 90.
Wow, I've got a choice here. I could go Regals. So I want to go 4 either side. I'm going to go 86.
She's in fact 76.
Oh, what a good game.
I was very tempted on 90.
Good game, everyone. And I lost.
Final score.
Still a
Paul
good game.
66, Charlie 67. I thought you were going to go down the Alan Border route with that last one. Given your love of cricket, Border Collie.
Border Collie. Oh yeah, Border Collie. That's not bad. Yeah, very good.
Well, thank you, Jeff, and thank
you. Should I'll tell you what.
All right?
We should do Collie more.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Well, you should say that because we will
You'll
tomorrow.
have that for next year.
He'll be joining us among our guests on a busy show tomorrow. Enjoy all the Champions League tonight. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Jeff.
Pleasure.
Charlie, you're back with Max on Saturday.
Yep.
And
I am on Saturday morning, 9 till 11, the game day warm-up. It's not called the game day warm-up, actually, Paul.
Okay.
It's called the warm-up.
Okay.
It's changed. And then 2 till 6 on Virgin Radio. Game on. You'll never miss a goal. You'll never miss a beat.
Champions League Drive is up next. Big night Champions League football on talkSPORT. Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent are here shortly.